Am I too high? Can you tell? How's that?
There we go. That's a little better.
Good morning, chat. Good morning, Mr. Nova.
Good morning.
Firsty, Mate, Beautifully, Witchy. Good to see y'all. Vicky, did I say Vicky? Vicky
The crew.
twice.
The crew.
The crew. Well, crew. Did you guys hear about Vivek?
Vivek is, yeah, he had a rough week.
Did he, though?
Oh, it wasn't a pretty week.
I think
he put
this
a
was
dumpster on wheels and lit it on fire. That's pretty much the week he had.
I guess I don't know about his whole week. I know that I found out this morning that he is dropped out of the race because of how well Trump did, which I find not to be the wait, say more.
Did you see the interview he had with some old lady and said that if you cared about Trump, you will vote for me instead of Trump? I think that was
if you care about Trump, you'll vote for Vivek instead of Trump.
Yeah, in Iowa. So it was before the Iowa votes, and he was trying to talk to people in like restaurants and cafes and stuff. It was a viral little conversation. It was pretty short.
You want me to look into it?
I think Megyn Kelly talked about it. Everybody was talking about it because they're like, "What was he thinking?"
He believed his own hype or what? And then he saw the numbers and he was, because it says here, this entire campaign is about speaking the truth in all caps. I don't know why. We did not achieve our goal tonight, and we need an American First Patriot in the White House. The people spoke loud and clear about who they want. Tonight, I am suspending my campaign and endorsing Donald J. Trump, and will do everything I can to make sure he is the next U.S. president. I am enormously proud of this team, this movement in our country. So but before this, you're saying
he was
trying to convince people that a vote for him was a vote for
he was
to save Trump.
He was saying some dirty stuff. Maybe I can find some links.
But isn't it about time? We touched on this a little bit in Discord this morning, but is it not about time that he's willing to say I'm the best guy for the job? I mean, you were running for fucking president. You should have been able to say I'm better than Trump at some point.
I don't it's so hard because I want to like him because he said he wanted to defund the FBI, but now I'm thinking like I'm just an idiot for swallowing that sugar pill.
That part. I don't know. I do feel like he just came out and said all the things that he needed to say. He's young. His name is out there. He will get support from Trump next time he tries to run. This is just a really smart power play.
Yeah. He's getting slimier and slimier every day. He's a good talker.
Well, he's gone, right?
His magic is his conversation. He can talk to anybody. He can work on the fly. He can handle, like, something comes at him, he can fucking like slime his way past it, and like, so he's good with his words. He's very good with his words.
Mm-hmm. He's Obama, but he's saying the things that you like to hear.
That's a great way to describe him.
Yeah. It's funny because I went to find something about him this morning. I wanted to play a video for chat. And when I went there, the first thing I saw on YouTube was PBD podcast, and it said Vivek drops out some other shit, and I was like, drops out of what? I just couldn't believe that he would drop out of the presidential election. But then I was like, oh, because the people have spoken, this is when you would drop out. Like, okay, I was wrong. They're not into me. I'm gonna bounce. I support the guy you support.
Well, I think Trump destroyed Iowa so bad that it was like 99 out of 99 districts voted for him. Like, it was not one state or district that didn't vote Trump in. Like,
did he win Iowa last election?
Last night. I don't know.
Let's find out, because somebody said, well, he didn't win Iowa last time. I'm like, I thought he did. I thought he won everything he needed to, except for the presidency.
This is a new one. Do you know who Joy Reid is from MSNBC?
I wish I could say no to this, but I certainly do.
She she has determined that Nikki Haley is a black woman or a brown woman or a not white woman. That's why I don't know. My eyeballs say she's white.
But if is she Jewish?
I know she's a shill for Israel, like 180%, but I think she's just a regular white lady.
Okay, hold on. Let's find out that.
But since Trump doesn't like her and bashes her, and that's the token, industrialized.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's an Indian. She's a Punjabi Indian.
He's
I didn't know
Indian?
that was a word. I feel
She
racist
is a
as
Michael
fuck
Jackson
saying
Indian.
that. I
That
feel
is a Michael
racist saying
Jackson
this
Indian.
type of Indian right here. This is not a word we allowed to say in our country.
There is no way she's Indian.
Bro, look at her. She looks Indian.
Bring up like an HD, like a good picture of her. We're gonna start.
She was
breaking in
born
some
to
of these
immigrant
facial features.
Sikh parents from India. Her father was formerly professor of Punjab.
I bet
like
her.
a real word.
I bet her parents are white people from India. There's no way.
Dude, no, they're Indian people from India, and her mom got her law degree in Delhi.
Yeah, but white people can live in India.
But they're born there, then they're Indians.
Yeah, but their race isn't Indian. Their nationality is Indian.
Oh God, that's confusing. I don't know. I don't know. He did
what's Musk? Elon Musk is African.
South African, yeah, but that makes him a colored person. Everyone knows that. Damn, my little dog just got up. I'll just ignore him for a while. Tell me if you could start hearing him, because if we hear him, I'll fix it.
No,
Dot, not feather. Got it.
Vivek.
And when you look up her parents, she's got dark hair and dark eyes, and
I just see pure white.
Pure white? You're ridiculous.
Well, not like
pure white.
Pure, not my white. She's not as white as me, no. But I don't see any Indian DNA in that at all. She doesn't have an Indian nose or.
I believe it. Hold on, let me look. Let me just ask. I got an idea. I'll ask the AI. Hold on, watch
this. We have
this.
fucking Punjab fucking writing on our food now for some fucking reason.
Create an image of a Punjab Indian woman carrying flowers. Watch. We'll see if this lady that they show us looks anything like Nikki Haley. This is genius. What did I do? Go back to the chat. Okay, it's gonna do this. I'll try to create that. Here's the image I generated for you. This is my favorite thing to do. I love being AI. I don't love it, but it is fun.
I think there's Gronk AI is better.
No, oh my Lanta, is that the Elon thing?
Yeah.
No.
So I watched what was his name? Mr. Reagan, and he did like ask questions about stuff on all the different AIs, and he came to the determination, that the Gronk one was the most accurate with the least amount of wokeism changes.
Is Kylie Jenner Indian too? Holy shit.
I'll give it this, there are pale Indians, but they're only like the super rich are pale.
What Indians. Are you saying? This is not a pale Indian? The only thing Nikki Haley did was get rid of her eyebrows. All these women you would probably say aren't Indian, but they are, according to this.
Are you saying Indians have bushy eyebrows?
Well, it's a little envy on my part, that's all. But right? I mean, now look at Nikki Haley. Oh, are you guys not even seeing these? Whatever.
Yep,
I can see them. I was scrolling through them on my own side over here. Oh. See? So, like, would you say she's not white or not Indian? Would you say she's white?
Looks Indian. No, that looks Indian. Nikki Haley does not.
Nikki Haley's picture? I lost Nikki Haley's picture, so I can't compare it anymore. Oh, well. Either way.
Where is it?
Either way, she is what she says she is, if she wants to say she is, right?
Yeah. As long as you identify, I'm an African person myself in Canada.
Amit says, I'm Indian. Well, do you believe in Nikki Haley's Indian shit?
Person asked.
Is Haley, wait, wonder what her real last name is. Let's find out. She's married, I assume. Nikki. Oh, it's Nikki with an I. She fancy.
That's only strippers are named Nikki with an I. That's how they identify.
Who is Nikki Haley? Parents and Indian ethnicity explored. We're
Remember,
here to read the
Kamala
Trump
Harris
book,
tells
and we
people
will
she's
get
black
there.
and her parents are really Indian. So it doesn't matter anymore. I put a link in the Rumble chat, and if you go to 1 minute, shit, I lost it. 1 minute. Oh yeah, there was also Vivek had Trump shirts made up. Just go to 50 seconds.
Okay, hold on. Did you post a link somewhere?
In the Rumble
in
chat. And Megyn Kelly's going to bring up the two things that Vivek did. They had T-shirts with like "fuck Trump" T-shirts, kind of, not necessarily "fuck Trump." And then they
not necessarily. Are you going to turn into a journalist right in front of my eyes?
No, it doesn't say "fuck Trump," but it's kind of the sentiment.
We'll decide that.
And then
chat,
she shows the interview where the woman's like, "Hey, we need to save our country," and Vivek's like, "Yeah, if you care about Trump, you need to vote for me," which made no fucking sense at all.
Okay.
Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter. Quote, the best president in generations, etc.
There.
Early 20s up to 30s.
Those are the shirts.
And their T-shirts have a picture of Trump's mugshot, and they read, "Save Trump, vote Vivek." And this, it appears...
And that's Vivek in the middle.
And that's the what in the middle?
Vivek, whatever the fuck is Ramaswamy.
Is he saying that because this is a political witch hunt, his trials, that they'll go away if he's not president?
No, they're Vivek supporters, so they want people to not vote for Trump, to vote for him.
I know, but when the shirt says "Save Trump, vote Vivek," what does that mean?
And no one knows. That's why he...
Could it mean that, like, save Trump because of his political persecution, that he's... Prosecution's probably was the right word.
But he's running against Trump.
He should be talking shit about the dude he's running against for the record. He's got no balls. I'm surprised he even did this. These dudes showed up in this shirt. Okay, sorry. Let's keep listening.
Is Vivek's closing argument. Save Trump, vote Vivek. Save Trump. I don't totally understand it, Dave.
I don't either.
And Trump's team also said, Trump doesn't need saving, you fake, and turned on him.
No, they didn't.
And
they called him
was also this clip that was making the rounds on social media that then clarified for me a little bit more of how Vivek is making the argument. Here he is with an Iowa voter, a woman. She appears to be, I'd say, in her 60s.
Show us Megyn Kelly.
He is trying to turn her. She's Team Trump, and you see it real time. Vivek's closing argument, trying to turn her from Trump. This is a vote he wants to take away from Trump and put in the Vivek column. Watch it.
Scared of you. Just
they are.
They're scared of Trump.
Oh,
they are scared.
And they will stop at nothing, but we're not going to let them get away with it. I've got fresh legs. I'm not wounded. And they're not going to let this talking points.
You know, when you said eliminate, that gave me a chill. Because I'm scared.
Because you think it's false or because you think it's true?
I think it's true. I think they will stop at nothing to stop them. Stop Trump.
It's sad, but it's the truth.
They say, how do you feel about the United States? And I say, I'm worried and I'm fearful.
My job that you don't have to feel that way in this country.
But we're losing it.
We're losing
it.
It pains me to hear that. You want to save Trump, you vote for me. I'm telling you that. You vote for Trump. You're sending him.
A sledgehammer.
No, but you're sending him to his own demise. You're falling into the trap that not only a country's falling in, that he's falling. You want to save Trump, you vote for me.
There it is. If you vote for Trump, you're sending him to his own demise. If you want to save Trump, you vote for me. Go ahead.
24 hours later,
well, it's a pretty crazy argument to some extent. Like, I get what he's doing there with that person who loves Trump, but, you know, obviously likes him, and he's saying, you know, I'm younger and everything else. But the argument sort of falls flat once you think about it for a second, because it's like, okay, if the system is set up, and he talks about the system a lot, if the system is set up to take out Trump because he is such a threat, then what in essence is he saying? Is he saying, well, I'm less of a threat, so vote for me? You know, like...
But first I said Vivek would pardon Trump is maybe what he meant. There are a couple of things that he could have meant, but these two people aren't going to... They don't like him, so they don't want to make it make sense. Chunk, you can pardon yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the whole Megyn Kelly part. That was just a clip that was Vivek's own death. He took his own cyanide pill.
Because he was sick. I don't understand. Do you think that the rest of the politicians don't talk shit about each other?
No, it's It's hard to. It's just a backhanded, sneaky. Because Vivek wasn't bashing Trump, the campaign against him. He's like, no, he's a good running mate. He's like running parallel with Trump. And then right at the just before Iowa, he started like throw sticks in front of Trump and like trip him up and shit.
Yeah, they're competitors.
Well, he's out now. He gone. He ain't competing no more.
And he supports Trump, he says, according to his tweet.
He wants a job.
Is that what they would always say, suspending, or would they say?
Yeah. Instead of saying I quit.
Because here he still says U.S. presidential candidate on his bio. So it's like, does that mean he's gone? Can he come back?
Yeah, oh yeah, he can be a candidate every election if he wants to.
No, I meant this one. This is the only one I'm talking about. Can he, like...
No, he's done. He's done. He quit. He's done. No one's going to get the chance to even vote for him anymore. So he raked in all that money saying he's going to defund the FBI. He's just rolling in that fucking... I still think Trump's going to pick him as a VP.
That was what I was going to ask.
I don't know why. I just still think he's going to.
Trump already picked his VP, I thought.
Who? Haley?
No. I don't know. I don't think we know. Wait, tell me in chat. Did Trump pick his VP? He's just not telling us. What about, how do you feel if he picked Tucker Carlson?
I would love Tucker. I don't think Tucker
would.
wants it, though. I don't think Tucker wants it. He likes his private life, you know.
No, I don't know.
Tucker would be great
Fox fucking News every night at the damn time everyone tunes in, and you think he wants his private life? What? Because he got fired? Yeah, I'm sure that broke his narcissistic spirit. Here's my. Can you hear the exit out in my voice? Yeah, right. It's over. He wouldn't have been in like all up in the debates if he wanted to be out of it. Politics. First he says, I think Vivek was always running for VP.
I think he could have done that without like throwing sticks in front of Trump.
He got less votes than Nikki Haley. That is embarrassing.
It's Iowa and he's an Indian. I don't know what he was expecting.
So was she. Haha.
She's a fake Indian. She's a fake Indian. The Iowa people didn't know that until Joy Reid exposed her. Now she's going to get even less votes. They already They already got one Indian in the White House, and they learned their lesson the hard way.
I said I think Vivek was Team Trump from day one. And beautifully says he is Trump's hype man. He's Team Trump.
I don't know if Trump should trust him though. After that,
you don't trust politicians. You don't trust anyone. Just don't trust anyone. See, that's the leftist.
I would trust
wants to
Tucker.
I would trust Tucker. Why? He's just a dude who wants to feed his family.
Just because I haven't seen anything anything that turns my stomach from Tucker, I guess is a good way to put it.
Really? You haven't heard him talk shit about Trump? You haven't? Oh my God. I almost did this the other day. I was like,
I don't mind him talking shit about Trump. I talk shit about Trump.
You mind Vivek talking shit about Trump?
Yeah, but you're trying to fix a country. Like if we're trying to like.
So the fuck should the media, the one person that people tune into that divided us more than anything, Carlson is a fucking lop. I'm off Team Carlson all of a sudden. I was on him for a minute. I'm back off.
The media is the Chinese government.
The media is Tucker Carlson.
Well, he left the Chinese government. Now he's just off on his own.
He was fired. He didn't leave on his own, right?
See, that makes me even
still
more
be
like,
there if they were still willing to
better. See,
fuck
the
him.
fact that they had to get rid of him makes me feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Although Operation Paperclip, Daddy was a CIA operative, so the apple may not fall far from the tree.
With Vivek?
No, Tucker's dad was a.
Oh, Tucker.
Yeah, he was in that fucking Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that part. I don't know. I think Tucker likes making money more than he wants to be VP, and you ain't Indian unless you vote for Trump. See what I did there? I do. Okay, so we're actually here to read Trump's book. See what the letters to Trump are about. Oh, wait, there was something. I didn't see this. Did you see Trump speak after dominant Iowa showing?
No, they nuked most of the news TVs, like wouldn't even let them air his thing. MSNBC, as soon as Trump started to do his like victory speech, you're like, no, we're gonna cut to this is dog food commercials and anything to not let.
Well, let's
people
hear it. It's
Trump.
only 20 seconds. Let's see.
I also want to congratulate Vivek because he did a hell of a job. He came from 0 and he's got a big percent, probably 8%, almost 8%. And that's an amazing job. They all did. They're all very smart people, very capable people. I also
capable is he?
I don't understand how Haley got more than Vivek.
They're sending a message to Vivek that you're probably.
What Republicans are voting for her? I don't know any that support her other than the ones on TV. So it's weird that people would even vote for her. I think she said enough war stuff more than these two. Well, she is the Israeli puppet, so she's getting the Jewish vote and Jewish support. DeSantis, I don't know why he hasn't dropped out.
Plus, she really held her own. She might have. I didn't watch. There might have been a last debate that I didn't watch, or maybe even 2. I don't know.
No, she was like a deer in headlights. When someone would give her like a question or call her out on bullshit, she would just sit there with a stupid smile on her face, like, I don't know what I should say, so I'm just gonna sit pretty like this, and hopefully they go to the next person. that was her whole strategy.
Yeah, there was a little bit of it, at least in the first or second, I can't remember, where she hit back at the moderators and about some things where I was like, oh, I didn't know she had it in her.
Yeah.
But yeah, DeSantis, I guess this is, I don't know.
I can't get the image of DeSantis being an Oompa Loompa out of my head with his little fucking curled up cowboy boots with 4-inch lifts in them and shit. Like, I can't get that out of my head now. That's all I see is a little Oompa Loompa.
When you see Trump, do you see that big balloon of a baby with a diaper?
No.
That's what I see. I can't get that shit out of my head. Like, why you did it? I think they did that in like the UK.
Yeah, it was the UK.
All right. Well, I asked Amit what he thought if she passed as Indian, and he said, I don't give a shit about her.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, well, that's the answer we get.
Would you guess that she was an Indian is the question.
Does she look like
If you saw her on the streets of India, would you say she is a local?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, let's get into the book, though.
Yeah.
I didn't take a picture of the cover. Let me grab the book because I need to flip through it while we do this. Hold on. Not quite ready. Move some things out of my way.
Where is the next state they go to? Do you know?
No idea. I'm not paying. I mean, I'll vote, but I'm not paying that much attention right now. If I'm being honest.
This is just the circus section.
Yeah, I also don't. I don't trust people to be saying the right thing now. I don't trust people to like say they showed up and they were like, oh, 51% Trump. Maybe Trump, I don't know, does something silly, tweets the wrong thing or whatever, and then they don't vote. Or they're just saying that now so it looks like a landslide so that people don't vote. I don't know. I don't trust any of it. I
think the people that vote for Trump won't change their vote no matter what he might get caught saying or not saying. I think they just...
MAGA? You mean MAGA people?
Yeah. And I think the rest of them will flip-flop through Haley, DeSantis. They'll just... Whoever that week didn't get embarrassed, they'll go with. Or whoever has the good one-liner, they'll go with. But the Trumpers will never... The MAGAs... You know, he could fucking rape a baby and they'd be like, well, we still got to fix the country. Like, they're that dedicated.
I disavow that last thing he said. I'm not. Okay, so we left off on page 101. We saw Prince Albert II of Monaco, and Trump said also his mom is super hot. And he's like, yeah, and put a picture of his mom there. I don't understand why he did
MILFs. That. Trump's into the MILFs.
And she's got a bigger picture than dude. He's like, here's my friend Jimmy and his hot ass mom. Whoa.
Well, are you gonna put the hot ladies in the book or the dude?
I mean, if the dude is your friend, leave his mom out of it. Like, were you really fighting sexual allegations about how you're a perv and this is what you're gonna do? Like, just don't. Sometimes.
No, now he's leaning into it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's great advice. Okay. Share this tab instead. So we are in 1998. It seems like we are progressing through the years. This is your birthday? You just doxed yourself. I love it. 220.
1998. Exactly my birthday.
Yeah, me too. I was also born in
blurb this out later when we repost it.
February 20th. What's that make your sign?
Pisces.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so this is from Dale Earnhardt. It says
the Eliminator.
Is that what they called him?
That was his, yeah, definitely. He was a badass motherfucker. I saw him die live on TV. It was fucking crazy.
Did you cry?
Well, no, I was like 10 or something, or 12. I can't remember what age I was, but I remember being there with my family and like, because they were all, I don't watch NASCAR, I'm not into it, but my family was. And they were like just dumbfounded. Like
he died.
They weren't even talking to each other. They were just like looking at the TV like a nuclear bomb just went up. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, that's how it was when Kobe died for me. I was like, what?
Because Dale's accident didn't even look like it was bad. He literally just went up and hit the wall, and there was no like big roll. There was nothing crazy. It was just the angle and the way he hit.
Did he die immediately, or was it like a day or two before people knew he was dead?
No, it was that day. It was on the track. Yeah, it was. I think
they knew before.
His neck and all kinds of things.
Shit.
Like, I think his son was even in the race with him. So his son was still going around the track, thinking his dad was just like getting his car towed off and had no idea.
Damn.
Wild.
Okay.
Story.
Yeah. Well, he died in 2001. You were born in 98, so you were 3.
Right.
I remember that. Mr. Trump, thank you for your enthusiastic support this past weekend at the Daytona 500. Teresa and I enjoyed meeting you. Sometime when we are in Palm Beach relaxing, let's visit again. It's hard to socialize at the track. Kind regards, Mr. Dale.
Nice.
And he said, Trump said about Dale Earnhardt, if you don't remember, in this book, did I add the photo? I didn't. In this book, there's the letter on one side. It's a big ass page too. And then on the other side is generally a photo. You can't see that great. And a blurb that Trump wrote about the person he showed the letter about. So that's what's happening right now. It says, Dale Earnhardt was one of the greatest race car drivers of all time. I met him. I liked him a lot. And then met him again before his fatal accident. He was a really big Trump fan. His son, Dale Jr., is a wonderful guy and a great driver also.
Nice.
That's like a lot of saying nothing. Next, Muhammad Al-Fayed. Muhammad Al-Fayed is a true gentleman with great taste. I invited him to be a judge on my Miss Universe pageant, but it was too soon after the tragic death of his son and Princess Diana. That's what I thought. Al-Fayed reminded me of that. Their death was a real tragedy. He wrote to me, Dear Donald, I was flattered to receive your kind invitation to serve on the panel of judges for this year's Miss Universe pageant in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know. Yeah. A dream event in a dream location. I am, of course, eminently qualified for such a role, but sadly do not feel the time is right for me to participate in such a high-profile event. I'm sure you will understand that currently my mind is very much occupied with the ongoing inquiry into the tragic death of my son. He loved his son, Dodie, very much. Oh, that is sad. Successful business tycoon and the former owner of Harrods department store. Well, I didn't know that's what he owned.
Was he the driver that killed Diana?
He was the boyfriend, right? Dodie Al-Fayed.
Oh, he was the boyfriend. Oh, yeah, that's probably why they killed him. Then you can't be dating outside your race as a princess.
I don't know. I don't think any of that's true. Because like Harry has it outside his race for a whole ass wife, and I don't think she was married then, right? Because there's no way she's publicly dating once she's married.
Did she get divorced? I thought she wasn't allowed to get divorced. I didn't follow them that well.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought that's why they killed her, because she wanted a divorce.
I don't know. Next is Rosie O'Donnell. I did Rosie O'Donnell show before the hatred began, but for some reason she just flipped, just politics. Rosie used to love all things Trump and loved having me on her show. In fact, she once wrote me a note. Dear Donald, the show was great. You were perfect. Hope you had fun, Rosie. Rosie somehow became a big topic when I ran for president, especially during the first debate. The debate was incredible. Megyn Kelly, moderating for Fox News, started a riff of negative statements that I made, much of it scripted. This was the first question I ever had in an official debate, and it was a beauty. I responded with, "Only Rosie O'Donnell," and the place went crazy. I never heard the rest of the question over the screaming, which only got worse. With all of the debating I did, and with all of the debates I won, which I think was all of them, it was probably the second toughest question I had. Can you name the first?
The first toughest question?
Trivia.
Ooh.
This is the picture he chose up.
Mr. Trump, you've called women fat, pigs, lazy, slobs. Only Rosie O'Donnell. That was my favorite. I think that's when I fell for Trump. Like, it's like, I got to get behind this man. He's fucking hilarious.
They did get a divorce, I'm pretty sure. I think so too. Harry might be an idiot. Nova could be my son. Oh, wouldn't that be weird? No, he's libtarded faggot's son because he's libtarded is in Canada. Possibly. Don't you love this picture of Rosie? Something about this makes me feel like we should go listen.
At least he put a flattering photo of her and not a recent one.
You think this is flattering?
For Rosie? Yeah.
No. We could probably find a better picture. We could ask the AI, find me a flattering picture of Rosie, and it would be better than this. But I wonder if he wants us to look up Rosie on the Howard Stern show and see what she said. Because that's what I get from this. I'm like, what did she say here? Why did he choose this one? It's off center.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. He selectively like 3D chests the photos.
Like, yeah. 5D, bro. 3D is always what chess is. Okay, so that's all. He doesn't say anything aside from what you read here on the screen about.
You find that wild that people do that so easily, so like quickly, that if you find out someone you've been friends with for 20 years and then they go, I don't like your politics, they just instantly cut your friendship and throw it away.
Mm-hmm. That is really,
not because of anything you did to them or anything, just because you don't have the same opinions.
Vicky really believes you were born in 98. That's how damn immature you are. She's like, wait, Nova's really that young? He could be my kid too.
Yeah, look at this face. This isn't an old face.
That's true. You do look about 14 right now. You look like a baby. But your hair, so you shaved your stuff yesterday, right? Yeah, he's out of hair. Hold on, let's remove this. Look at that. Nova don't have no more hair.
It's all
and
gone.
That's how fast it grows. My hair grows really fast too. That's why I'm like, I can't be keeping up with this blonde shit. It grows too fast.
We're going to donate Div. We're going to get you all donated up.
No one wants this hair. The hair has to be good.
Shave it right down.
Fucking chemical. Oh, I'll do it. I'm not afraid. Okay, back to this. Next is...
If chat sticks around to the end, you can show them the picture before I cut it off. Braid it.
Oh, totally.
They got to stick around to the end.
Yeah. That's worth it. It'll be worth it. This is March 9, 1999. Dear Donald, it's from Schumer. Here, I'll show you the letter again. I just wanted to say a special thank you to you extending your beautiful home to Iris and me for the fundraiser last week. It was a great event with a lot of energy and enthusiasm in the room. I am grateful for your efforts on my behalf and look forward to getting together again. As always, please don't hesitate to call me and share any ideas or thoughts you may have. With warmest thanks and my best to you and your family for a happy Easter. Sincerely, Charles E. Schumer, this guy, angry little man.
Trump should have him put in jail.
His eyes aren't doing the same shit. Oh, you can't see my mouse.
He is one fucked up individual, man.
Well, this is what Trump had to say about Mr. Schumer. It says, who would believe that Chuck Schumer would be writing me such a letter? But when I was in the private sector, I got along with politicians and got along with Chuck very well. Legend has it, and I'm sure it's true, that Chuck is also, but he doesn't admit it as freely as he used to.
A homosexual.
The legend is that I gave him his first campaign contribution sitting in my office in Brooklyn with him as a young man running for the state assembly. Oh, so we can blame Trump for this fucking tragedy.
There you go. See? Trump was a Democrat his entire life until like 2005 or 8 or whenever it was.
Though politics has highly stained our relationship, he's tough and smart. I don't like it that he used stained. That feels dirty. He ran, he won, and he was very grateful. However, today I would think he doesn't like talking about it.
He hates America is what it is.
He does look pretty angry. Who's this? What's next? Dear friend, this is from King Abdullah II. Did I put a picture? I didn't. There's a picture of him and his gorgeous wife and Melania and Trump. These are two power couples for sure. Okay, it says, my dear friend, I would like to extend to you my deep appreciation for your kind letter and for the warm sentiments expressed both towards myself and my father, the late King Hussein I. May God rest his soul in peace. I would like also to convey to you that in following with my father's steps, Jordan will continue to play an invaluable role in promoting peace and understanding among nations. The legacy of courage, wisdom, and achievement left behind by my late father will be the beacon that guides us in our quest for peace and stability, not only for Jordan, but for the whole world. With renewed thanks, best wishes, and warmest personal regards, yours always, the new king. What's
that little drawing?
July, that's his signature.
I want to see the signature of a king.
There it is.
That is fucked. Could you imagine? Someone gives you a letter like, yeah, I got a letter from the king. Like, can you prove it's his really his signature? And you're like, no.
My dear friend. Anyways, this was in 1999, and he's Australian. Everybody knows this is what the king sounds like everywhere around the world. But he wrote this to Donald Trump in 1999. Like, bro, why? Okay, let me find out. Trump said, unlike many countries in the Middle East, Jordan is not rich from oil, but King Abdullah II worked with other countries, in particular the United States, on taking care of people without a home or country, and he does a really good job of it. So in 1999, the king was just communicating with old Trumpster about how he wants to make Jordan.
So how did Jordan get rich? How did the king get rich if they don't have oil?
It doesn't say.
Interesting.
They have other things like gold, probably. It's the Middle East. It's Jordan. They have a river.
Sand. Without oil, they got nothing.
I don't know.
Camels. They got camels.
They have other things. Let's see. Should I ask the internet?
What does
Jordan I can't. I actually can't ask the internet because my keyboard's all messed up.
We'll go to that later.
Okay, let's back up this a little bit. Next is Willie Brown.
NFL player?
The picture, no, this guy. This is the picture that comes with it. He is a office of the mayor in San Francisco, it says. That's where the letter comes from. But if you look, they're playing poker. He has his hands on poker chips. He has a Budweiser. This mayor has a Budweiser. Mr. Trump has a Pepsi.
He doesn't drink.
Guy. And he obviously didn't then either. Maybe that's why he put this picture in.
Yeah, his brother died from alcoholism or something, wasn't it? Someone in his family had a major alcohol problem and died from it. So Trump quit drinking.
This says, that's sad. He quit. He did drink then. You're saying?
When he when he's like 20 or something, and something happened with his brother. It was something to do with one of his family members being an alcoholic or something. And he's like, nope, I'm done with that.
Makes sense. Did you at least put it in a ponytail before you cut it off? Yeah, he did. I'll show you the picture when it's at the end.
It's worth it. Just wait around.
Yeah, he ended up. Vicky said, "Wait, I thought we were going to cut the hair together, Nova." He had to get rid of the hair, and he couldn't wait for us.
It was dying. I was.
The end of the day, he needed to get her done.
It was hard enough trying to get someone to do it, braid it up, so I could do it properly.
Right. I'm proud of you that you didn't wait for us. Like,
I'm gonna put all you guys. I'll put everyone in chat's name on the letter when I send it to the kids for the charity. So it'll be like from Divinity Said Show and chat, care of chat.
Oh boy, just don't give them the address to get back to us so they don't see our antics.
No.
There you go. Okay, this letter from Willie Brown says, it's January 31st, 2000. Dear Donald, let's make a deal. I'll call you when I'm next in New York and be sure to give you a call and you be sure to give me a call when you're in San Francisco next. Thank you for the good wishes, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Sincerely, Willie Brown. Oh, he thought he was clever when he wrote this. Let's make a deal. Trump said, I knew Willie Brown a long time ago. He was a hot politician and had a great way, in quotes. We actually had an emergency landing in a helicopter together. It was a little scary for both of us, but thankfully we made it. His time with Kamala in retrospect turned out to be very interesting, but only he can tell that story. I just realized who Willie Brown was.
He was banging old Harris.
His time with Kamala in retrospect turned out to be very interesting. Trump with the ultimate shade.
Clapping them cheeks.
That's Willie Brown. Damn. Kamala did what with him?
Clapping cheeks.
Yuck. Disgusting. I don't like the think of it. Did you at least... Okay.
Mayor of San Francisco. There's where it all went wrong.
Says he was the mayor from 96 to 2004, so for 8 years. Oh, here we go. Next. This is interesting. Personal. But, Trump is like, it's mine. I'll decide what's personal. This is February 28th, 2000. It says, Dear Donald, if you accept the Gore offer for vice president, don't forget about me for Secretary of State. You've given them one hell of a ride, as only Donald Trump can do. Sincerely, Charlie. Charlie Rangel was a U.S. congressman who served from 1971 until 2017.
That's a dude's handwriting?
That's a dude.
That is the gayest dude I've ever seen.
You're right. I think based on his photograph, I would agree. He a thick boy though. Okay.
That's wild. Do you think you can separate men's and women's writing sometimes? Like
this does look
I would have
very
bet money that this was a woman. Just by the extra little doodlies and
maybe his secretary wrote it.
Oh, that could be true too.
But why would you put it's on like a little note? What's the stationery? The stationery is from government expense, not printed at government expense. It says on the bottom. That's what it says at the very bottom. Look, this not printed at government expense.
I bet the paper was.
I want to see who chopped this tree down. Show me now. Okay, next. Oprah, January 11, 2000. Donald. I wish I could be more exact with this mouse. I'll scroll as I go. Donald, I received the book excerpt. I have to tell you, your comments made me a little weepy. It's one thing to try and live a life of integrity, still another to have people like you yourself notice. Thank you, Oprah. Too bad we're not running for office. What a team.
So much for integrity, cunt.
Well done. I couldn't have said it better myself, Noah. I'm very proud of you. You could be American today.
I got my voluntary.
You got your stripes and stars. There is a picture of Oprah here. She just looks dumb. She looks dumbfounded. But he didn't use bad pictures of her, surprisingly. I would have put her worst photos in here.
I would have destroyed
all day. Because she has a
Especially
problem.
After the fucking Harvey Weinstein stuff.
Yeah.
Like she should be just drugged through the coals by the left and the right.
Agreed.
It's amazing how the left will protect people that abuse women as long as they agree with their politics. It's crazy.
Well, Oprah's powerful as fuck now. It's like her money and her.
Is she though? Is she as powerful as people? I mean, she is super rich, yes. But I don't think anybody gives a fuck about.
She's one of the high up there
gatekeepers.
You're wrong about that. I was just watching an Oprah thing this morning. Oprah is that's what I went to fucking YouTube for, and I got sidetracked by feedback. I went there to find Ice Cube talking about Oprah being one of the high up there gatekeepers.
Yeah,
those people are all getting fucking. Yeah. You just said you didn't think nobody was listening to her. She is a gatekeeper. They might not. You and I might not listen to her, but we have to listen to everyone she fucking lets through the gate. I
like to hear Cat Williams talk about her. See what he has to say.
Me too, Cat Williams. Yeah, I know you're listening. I know you're a big fan of the Divinity 143 show.
What? Yeah, Cat, come on the show.
Okay. Oprah has been allowed to be rich.
That's right.
She's queen gatekeeper for the blacks.
It's funny. Oprah used to have all the KKK and white supremacists on her show on like a regular basis too.
Dude, I saw what she did to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, and I hate this bitch. I hate all these bitches. I have to go get my
water
cross for Jesus and my water for Jesus. I'll be right back. I just got Like, oh, Vicky put 420 in the chat. I thought it was the twins. It's only 44, but that's okay. I still gonna go get my grinder real quick. 1 second. Let me show you. You can read this letter to them if you know who Paul Anka is. I don't know him.
Name may sound familiar. Here we go. Dear Donald, we have now been immortalized among those chosen few. You've been, and that, I don't ever want somebody to say I was something anized. When you're lying in bed, making love to one of your heavenly side dishes, you can play the enclosed results guaranteed. On a serious note, this is for you, my boy. And who the fuck is this? All right, I'm going to type this name in. That's almost like he was analyzed. I'm not going to lie. Okay, bring up the Google machine. Paul, PaulAnka. Any guesses, chat? Is he rampant homosexual? What's this guy's going to be? Singer-songwriter. Is a chance to win. Okay. What's he famous for, though? He looks touched. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
In 1940, he was born see, he's a Canadian American, so you can throw him out already.
Still with the most Canadian accent I've ever heard you use. It says Paul Anka performed at my places many times. He was a great entertainer, even better songwriter with some of Frank Sinatra's and other greatest hits. He is also aging well and still entertaining the crowds. What a fucking weird. The things that Trump decides to say about people is bizarre. Aging well? Okay, dude. How old is he? Legendary singer.
41.
41. Okay, so he's pretty old. It says he's wrote music for Presley, Sinatra, and Michael Jackson. He looks like the guy you'd see like still needing to perform.
I mean, he's got a pretty big catalog.
He's 100 years old, dude. Of course he does.
That's true. Yeah, because it's like, hey, here's how they list it. It's on CD. It's on LP.
His 8 tracks.
Yeah. So he was just a songwriter, a fucking Canadian, a Syrian, moved to Ottawa, Canadian fucking, yeah.
Well, I like it when I say he's just a Canadian. It's way better when you're like just some freaking Canadian.
I'm American now. You already gave me my designation looking shit.
For today, listen, you're
whoa, there was no timestamp on
that. It's a 24-hour visa. This one is from June 14, 2000. It's from Tony Bennett. It says, Donald, I'd like to give you this sketch of Mar-a-Lago. Let me scroll. For inviting me there and you being so good to me. Happy birthday and best wishes always. Tony Bennett.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cute? I love this.
Pretty old there. That's good drawing for an old dude.
How old is Tony Bennett? Hold on. It says Tony Bennett is a Marvel and he has never stopped.
Might be 70.
So he's born in
60, 70.
The last guy was older then. For anybody looking for a long career, Tony should be your case study because until recently he has been out on stage, a place he feels very comfortable, singing, wanting to make people very happy and keeping them in love. Okay. A really nice guy, and we all want him to just keep going. Can you imagine what Trump's other books are like?
Doesn't he have like a regular show in Vegas?
He looks like he would. It looks just like the last guy. No, he doesn't. But if you didn't just look at the last guy, he looks just like the last guy. How old is he? Can you tell me? Tony Bennett. When were you born?
Tony, I'm guessing 70.
He looks way, way older. Can you look it up? I'm sure you can. It says Tony Bennett is a 20-time Grammy Award-winning singer who sold over 50 million records worldwide. Ugh. He was
hard. Big hit with the Mafia. He was in with the Mob. He would do like private mob shows and died at the age of 96. He's
dead?
I think so. Yeah, he's dead. Tony Bennett passed away in 2023 on July 21st at the age of 96.
Damn. Trump, this didn't age well. He didn't age as well as you thought Tony was aging. He's a really nice guy, and we all just want him to keep going. Oh, we're looking at his picture. This is the picture of a dead man. Wait, where did it go?
Yeah, I only really know Tony from mob movies.
I don't believe you. That's cool. Do you feel like you could do this?
I don't know. I have zero artistic skills.
What? Didn't you just say yesterday we could have drawn the dude with the damn top hat? From the Rembrandt?
We could have, not me could have. I will tell you what you're doing wrong while you're doing it.
I feel like I could do this. I need a real pen, though. Which means I probably couldn't do this at all. Especially since there's some kind of river leading up to the door.
No, that's the walkway. The stone walkway.
Sure.
Cobble. Sorry, cobble.
Okay, next is...
Oh.
This is Clint Eastwood. Did I make a picture? No, I didn't.
I used to like him until he turned to a leftist.
He did? Okay. Clint Eastwood.
He went from my cold, dead hands to we need to ban guns and save the kids within like 10 years.
Damn. As a movie star, Clint Eastwood just has what it takes. From the moment he hit the screen as a very young man, it was obvious he was going to be big, and he was, as big as it gets. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is one of the greatest movies ever made. He absolutely loved visiting Mar-a-Lago, afterward writing me. Dear Donald, thank you very much for including us in your paradise, Mar-a-Lago. I have never seen anything as grand or felt as comfortable anywhere in the world. Sincerely, Clint. This is this is hotel propaganda, sir. Mr.
I never
Trump.
liked any Eastwood movies, honestly.
I can't think of any. I guess The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I don't know if I saw.
I know like names of them, but I remember watching them like, eh.
Yeah, he's a little old for us, I guess.
But I guess when they came out at the time, they were probably like the most high tech, up to date, you know.
Well, he chose. It's funny that you said that. I wish I would have included these pictures, and I didn't understand what you meant. What this meant? It's a picture of Eastwood with 2 guns.
Yeah.
So he's just nodding to the whole "you fucking call me now" or whatever. Next.
It's amazing what people will change their opinions with money, eh?
Mm-hmm. Jack Nicholson. Well, he still has the same amount of money. Now they need the other people with money to like him, so they got to kind of, stick their foot in his ass. Dear Donald, please excuse the delay in getting this note to you. This is September 19th, 2002. I wanted to thank you for making me an honorary member of the Trump National Golf Club. It sounds like a very fine course. I look forward to playing at the club when my next East Coast schedule permits. Hope to see you soon. As always, Jack Nicholson. And now you know why all these celebrities played at Mar-a-Lago, because it was free.
Free.
I thought they
and networking, and they don't have to deal with people they don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
I like Jack Nicholson, I think, only because he was like really good friends with Hunter S. Thompson, who was like my literary hero.
I like him because he was a Laker fan. President said, I love Jack Nicholson as an actor. There was nobody better. He could capture any mood at any time. Ultimately, and somewhat surprisingly, he stopped acting. As far as I'm concerned, he could have gone on forever.
I wonder if they canceled him from acting for being not woke. I don't know, but it's curious. I loved his act. I thought he was great in almost every movie I saw him in.
This is another one of those where if that's true, this would be the time to come out, because the power behind Jack Nicholson saying that, it's like a Cat Williams. It's like, wait, what? One of the big names? It matters so much, in my opinion.
Chat, if you want to get a really great book with like crazy information, get Hunter S. Thompson's autobiography. He tells stories about fucking with Jack Nicholson when he was high on drugs just for fun because they lived close to each other. He would go down, he took a frozen elk heart and snuck down to Jack Nicholson's house and put it on his front door and leaned it up against the door. So when Jack would open the door, a bloody heart would fall into his house. And he went out in the woods with his Jeep that had crazy speakers in it and played the sound of a bear eating a pig alive. So the squealing, like the most horrific sound you could hear. And then he started firing guns at Jack's house just to get Jack to come answer the door just for shits and giggles. And Jack's like still friends with him.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very good friend. But I guess when you're super rich and you were like
yeah, they lived in a special spot.
Yeah, and you probably don't you don't get fucked a lot. So you're probably like, I know this is extreme, but I feel normal.
At the time, within like a few years, Hunter was running for the sheriff of Aspen, Colorado, and he lost by that's not it. He lost by 12 votes. Jack was helping him.
Yeah, this is a picture of them having food together or something. What does it say where this was? No.
Trump looks so young there.
Yeah.
He's like, am I really with Jack Nicholson?
Look at all the press. Yeah, this is weird. What a life. What a weird life. Good morning, Miss Inappropriately Said.
Good morning.
October 16th, 2002. Dear Donald, I was delighted to join you at the USO Awards dinner and to help recognize your distinguished service to that wonderful organization. You're most deserving of this distinction, and I was honored to share the podium with you. The USO is a terrific organization that is able to do so much for our men and women in uniform because of people like you. Thank you for your dedicated support and commitment to others. Your generosity represents what is truly great about our nation. All the best, John M. Keane, General, United States Army, Vice Chief of Staff. P.S. We need to chase the white ball on your golf course when the weather permits. Bro, is this a damn cocaine statement?
I know you're a lady, but golf balls are white.
Nah, you don't got to put it in quotes, homie. We have to chase the white ball. Just call it the dragon, sir. Let's see. Damn drug addicts. Do I have his picture? No, I don't. But Trump. It says General Jack Keane. Jack Keane was a wonderful man, a strong general. You don't have the picture. I have to show you with my hands. And a great commentator on wars and dealing with foreign countries. It was my great honor to represent him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, well deserved. So Trump gave him a medal. Nice. Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Did he walk away before the ceremony was over, like he was lost, like Biden did?
In 2020.
Did you see that?
Doubtful. No.
It was bad.
I sometimes think people don't give Biden a break. I don't know if he deserves a break, but
well, no, this was bad. So he was doing the award, like putting it around his neck, and they were supposed to have like a speech and do all this stuff and do the handshake, line up, and all that. He put the thing on Buddy's neck, and they just fucked off while they were like going through his list of accomplishments. Biden's like, "Well, I'm done." He just walks off stage. The guy's like, "They haven't even finished reading out my fucking accomplishments yet. Like, where are you going?"
Hey, that's why I can't wait to get old. You could just give.
I think even Democrats are like, "Oh man, this is not a good look."
Oh, here's a good one. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna find out. I didn't put the photo here, but it's from May 31st, 2002. Dear Donald, thank you for your generous contribution to Friends of Hillary. I deeply appreciate your generosity and support. We have a full agenda before us in Congress this year. I'm working with my colleagues to ensure that New York has the resources to recover and rebuild and to maintain our bipartisan commitment against the forces of global terrorism. Reminder, this is October, November, December, 8 months after 9/11. We must also work to strengthen our national economy with policies that promote economic growth and fiscal responsibility and that enable us to meet our responsibilities at home, enhancing national security, protecting the environment, protecting our public health system, providing a better education for our children, and ensuring safe and secure retirement. The challenges before us are so important to our nation's future, and I'm committed to working hard every day to do my very best to address them. It means a great deal to me to know I have your friendship and support. Thank you again. Yours, sincerely yours, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Trump should have brought that up during the fucking election against Clinton. Like, hey, remember when I gave you a bunch of money? You want to give that back since you hate me so much?
That's not how it works, Donald. That's not money now, Donald. Hillary Clinton, it says. Trump said this about Hillary Clinton. What can I say about Hillary Clinton? I had a great relationship with both Bill and Hillary for a long period of time. Who would have known it would turn out the way it did? Whether we like it or not, Hillary is a very smart and very tough, and she's been through a lot in so many ways. I don't think we've heard the last from Hillary. After the election, she was the angriest woman anywhere in the world because when she saw what happened in 2020, she would tell everyone who listened, quote, "Why the hell wouldn't they cheat for me in 2016 like they did for Joe Biden in 2020?" End quote. The race was a lot closer, and it was also a lot easier to cheat. And she really came to hate many members of the Democratic Party.
Do you think Obama fucked Clinton out of that?
Dude, what's happening here? What she said that? Why the hell wouldn't they cheat for me in 2016 like they did for Biden?
Yeah, that's Clinton.
He quoted her, and it's in the book, and she didn't too, probably.
Remember, she's a full psychopath. That's how she thinks.
The race was a lot closer, and it was a lot easier to cheat, and she really came to hate members of the Democrat Party, he said.
Because she fucked Bernie.
Literally?
Well, out of a job.
Oh, well, phew. Biography. Hillary Clinton is a failed presidential candidate who's also served as Secretary of State, First Lady, and U.S. Senator. God, he's a dick. She's a failed presidential candidate.
You got to start with the biggest
Or
thing.
you. Okay. Next. Oh, the governor. May 27, 2004. Dear Donald, thanks very much for passing along the wonderful article about Maria. I knew it was only a matter of time before she went national, and this piece is proof. For now, though, you New Yorkers have your own First Lady, and you can't have ours. It was great to be with you a couple of months ago, and I hope to see you when I'm in New York again. Best regards, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Whoa.
Is Maria the one he cheated on the housekeeper with? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're gonna cheat, why would you?
He cheated on the housekeeper with? Oh, I love the way you said that.
Why would you cheat on something unattractive though? Like if you're gonna like throw your marriage away, like upgrade, don't fucking downgrade to a fucking like if you're eating steak every day, you don't want to go down to eating fucking.
The heart wants what it wants. I don't know. Governor Schwarzenegger, this is what Trump said about him. I had a very bad experience with Arnold when he was governor because he wouldn't or couldn't do anything about a really ridiculous situation that was somewhat unique to California. When I left The Apprentice to run for president, we all decided that Arnold would be the only one to take my place. He bombed, and so did Martha Stewart. Just a little opportunity to punch Arnold in the face virtually.
Do you think it's only America that does the electing celebrities to run your country craziness? Or even like governors?
I don't know the answer to that. Do you guys you guys obviously you're saying you don't do that in Canada?
We kind of do. We kind of do, but we don't really have like real celebrities that do it. The celebrities here that get elected were like TV news anchor Seamus O'Regan, who was a full-blown alcoholic who just does whatever the liberals tell him to do. So he's like, I don't think people really voted for him.
So
I think he's put in place.
Well, same here though. So then, yeah, I guess it happens.
Well, I think people in California legitimately voted for Schwarzenegger, though.
I voted for him the first time I voted.
Right?
Yeah, but I was also 18 years old, and I didn't know any better.
And I'll admit, I'm probably going to go to hell for this, but I voted for Trudeau to get my legal weed.
You're going straight to hell.
I was a leftist.
No longer American. Get up.
Lord, forgive me. I was a leftist back then.
He's still a little bit.
I've come to light. I've been.
He hasn't. Okay, let's read this one. Senator Edward Kennedy. Dear Donald, thank you for bringing me home after the tribute to Bill Flynn. It was a good evening for a man who helped move the peace process forward in Northern Ireland. Today, the Mideast, with American encouragement, made progress, but we still haven't found the key for withdrawal. Hope you and Marla are well and have a good new year. My son Teddy is taking the bar in Connecticut in 2 weeks and is well. I always remember your kindness and support for the disabled. Warm regards and thanks again, Ted. This is a Kennedy. Is there a picture?
What's the V at the top? Nope. What do you think that means? Or is that just making sure the pen was working? Oddly placed. Illuminati signature.
Yeah, that is interesting. Maybe he wrote this.
Turn it upside down. Maybe there's like a hidden meaning in it. I'm just kidding. Points to the map of the.
It looks the same. Okay, that was that. This is interesting. Mr. Donald Trump. Dear Donald, June 8th, 2004. Congratulations on your selection as a New York City torchbearer for the Athens 2004 Olympic torch relay. It is an honor and a pleasure to include you among those who will represent our city as a torchbearer in this historic event on Saturday, June 19th, 2004. I have attached a copy of our recent torchbearer announcement, which I thought you would enjoy, and I was delighted that Mayor Dora Bakianis, somebody of the city of Athens, was able to join us for this wonderful occasion. As you know, you will be receiving a letter from the United States Olympic Committee regarding your location, assignment, and meeting time for the day of the relay. If you have any questions or require additional information, please contact Deegan Mercado of the office at so-and-so. She will serve. Deacon is a girl. Okay. She will serve as your point person for the special day. On behalf of 8 million New Yorkers, I wish you the best of luck in the torch relay and look forward to seeing you at Gracie Mansion on June 18th for the torchbearers reception as we prepare for what promises to be an exciting day.
Only
Michael
8 million
R.
in New York?
Bloomberg. 8 million people. That's a lot. That's not. New York is tiny. Think about what it looks like.
Is that state or city?
8 million.
New York has more cops than the entire country of Canada.
And it's not safer.
But yes, everywhere in the world is pretty much safer than New York.
That's weird. Okay, but you know what's fucking weird? Let me scroll. Let me show you this picture. This is Daddy Trump.
Skinny.
He is.
Well, compared to now.
Okay.
Well, that's also 30 years ago.
So I did everything I could, chat, to find Mr. Donald Trump in full action running down this road because I had to see it for myself in his sweatpants. And this picture is the only picture that exists. I couldn't find Donald Trump on this day in 2004. Every torchbearer on this day is a different dude. I'm like, well, how the fuck? I wouldn't have never known this existed. I couldn't find this online. What I did find out is that 2 lawyers run with a torchbearer to make sure that there's no ambush advertising. Like they have these zones so that can't get pictures in there and everything.
Yeah.
Because of their trademark.
You don't want someone hold the baldo behind Trump.
Exactly. And then you think that the Olympics supports it.
Baldo, yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting. So this picture, I probably would have never, ever organically come across because searching for it, I couldn't find it. Like specifically, I searched 2004, New York. I did all the keywords. I mean, everything. And I couldn't. I'm also retarded and using Bing, so it could be that. But
yeah, that's the major problem.
Maybe not major, but okay, relax.
You got to get a Brave browser.
John McCain, September 19, 2005. Dear Donald, thank you for being one of the first to help us get Straight Talk back up and running. I am truly appreciative of your generosity. The 2006 elections are only 14 months away, and I'm committed to help candidates who will support the reforms we have all worked so hard to achieve and who are prepared to help strengthen our nation and unite our people. I want us to know at the end of the campaign cycle that we did all we could to have a positive effect on the outcome of the elections. As always, thank you for your continued friendship and support. I am very grateful. Sincerely, John McCain. And then he wrote, I hope to see you in New York. That's chicken spread.
Wasn't he the POW Trump made fun of for getting captured?
He was only a POW because he didn't die.
What's that?
That's what he said. He was only a champion, a war hero because he didn't die.
Yeah. Well, I think Trump made fun of him for like, who gets caught? Who gets caught? What kind of war hero gets caught? Heroes win the war. They don't get caught.
I remember reading McCain's story and was like, whoa, I like this guy because they found out that his dad was a general and he could have been released and according to him. And this was a long time ago that I read it, but according to him, he chose to stay because he didn't just want to get let go for the political piece that he was. He's like, I will stay until my guys go home. And he stayed extra and got tortured way longer than necessary because
Prince Harry are in the military. All the princes are in the military too, like they do this big service, but everyone knows that they're not doing the things that the real military are doing.
I don't know. Listen to what
his little unit, when they go out and do their patrols and stuff to show that he's a real military hero, has like an armada behind him, like just monitoring him, right? Like, oh yeah, he's out there by himself with his little command of 3 trucks, but we have like an entire military of like 7,000 nukes and everything, just watching in case something comes out of the bushes, right? Like,
not him though, because the brother's the one that's going to be king. Do they have to protect him?
Well, they just can't. No, they can't have anybody in the royal family get killed by a dirty bomb or guy on a camel.
War.
It'd be embarrassing.
Charlemagne, good morning. She said, "Dear Trump, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, my home phone at the bottom." Yes, dear Stan. This is what President Trump said about Senator John McCain. He says, I was never a big fan of John McCain. I didn't believe in him, and I didn't like his attitude. Always thought of him as a bully, and I was right. After I won the presidency, tremendous things happened, and lots of people came at me, good and bad. John McCain opposed me, but he wasn't a guy who understood what I was all about. I never warmed up to him, never felt good toward anybody having to do anything with John McCain, and never will. Even despite the fact that at their request, I gave him the, quote, world's longest funeral, end quote, 11 days. Much like his wars, it never ended. Woo.
And his
never big fan. You know, that's interesting. I'm so curious what happens here with John McCain. I do think do you remember when all the presidents or whatever were at Bush funeral? I think it was the Bush funeral. And they got the letters.
No.
Do you remember any of that? They were all given letters and they were like, what the fuck? Hillary got a letter. Obama, they each got. I always thought it had something
letter
to do
from
with
who?
No one knows. But they opened them and they all like when Bush opens his, he's like, fuck. And he gives it to his brother and his brother's like, fuck. But they all got letters. Obama opens her book and her letter falls out or something like that. Clinton see her open and read her letter. None of them are impressed with whatever they read inside the letter.
I wonder if it was all blackmail. Like, here, bitch, this is what, like, this is what I have. This is what's going to be released or something. Like,
how fast they looked at it. You know what? Let's take the time. I'm sorry,
donate. I'm going to release all this info that I know about you. If you don't donate to my little brother's candidacy or something, like, I think that would be an amazing business to start. Is that you start a business that holds information until someone dies, and then you release it to the world when they die. As like but you could do it with like everything. Like if you were married and you like cheated on your husband, you thought he was an asshole. Like when I die, I want him to know I cheated on him or that the kid wasn't mine or what.
Well, you can pay somebody to do that. You can pay somebody to go to your funeral and they'll have possession of your body. And they get up there and they're like, Jack, you were a fucking asshole. Jimmy, you fucked my wife, I fucked your wife or whatever. And then all of the things. And if the family protests, you have permission to take the body and get out of there with it. That's hilarious. Imagine that's your job.
It'd be awesome.
See. Trump leaves. Where? I'm looking for the video of the envelope. It's probably not going to be easy to find, but you never know.
What was that funeral? Was it an Ireland guy? Played a recording when he was in the casket. Like he recorded it before he died. He had cancer or something. He's like banging on the casket, like, let me out. I'm not dead. Let me out, you asshole.
What?
Like, it was all staged. Like everyone knew it was I think he had cancer, so he knew he was going to die. And they all told him like, this is a recording he made before he passed. It was just like to lighten the mood and make people laugh. I think like around funerals, you either cry or people like have that nervous laughter at stupid jokes just to like not cry.
My conspiracy theory is gonna have to wait because I don't see any videos of it, and I thought that would be easier. So we're not gonna see it. I would rather just not go to your funeral or any funeral ever.
You'll be dead before me.
No, I doubt it. I drink enough Sunny D that I'm gonna be fine.
Sunny D and rum, yum yum.
I didn't hear that song yesterday, if that's where it comes from. Okay, next, after John McCain, is George Lucas. George Lucas has asked me for favors in the past until he became another Hollywood never-Trumper. I once agreed to do a promotion for one of the Star Wars movies, and he wrote me a great letter in appreciation. Donald Trump. Dear Donald, I wanted to convey my sincere thanks for the it says enthusiasm. I don't know where my mind wanted to go with this. Thank you for the enthusiasm and commitment that the Apprentice and you personally have shown for Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I understand that you gave generously of your time and good humor to tape some special promotion spots with Vader and Chewbacca. From George Lucas. Everyone in Hollywood wanted my participation until I became president.
It's amazing how many people are snakes in the grass every day to your face.
Yeah, it's amazing indeed. July 22nd, 2005, Jeff Sessions wrote to Mr. Trump. It looks like there will be 2 letters here. Yeah. Dear Donald, thank you so much for your brilliant and powerful testimony before the Senate. Yours was the most effective and interesting testimony that I have seen on any subject since I have been in the Senate. Your willingness to share your expertise with America and the world is much appreciated, and I have no doubt that it will benefit the United Nations. They need to hear just that kind of talk. Who knows? All this may result in some real progress, but sadly, they have far to go. Your willingness to offer your expertise and time to the UN renovation project was most generous and, if accepted, may open some eyes about how to manage money. You and Melania were great to give of yourselves to have pictures with my wonderful staff. That went far beyond the call of duty, and I sincerely appreciate it. Melania, you were great to come and made an important contribution to this occasion. Oh, it's 2 pages. That's my problem. Page 2. We really need to have tough hearings like this with regularity. As you know, the naive government officials throw out the meat, the sharks will and do hit it. Oh, when naive government officials throw out the meat, the sharks will and do hit it. Again, I know Chairman Coburn joins me in thanking you for your candor, your expertise, and your passion to avoid this impending disaster for the UN. I truly believe your efforts will make a difference. We are all obliged. Imagine, you used to think he was so involved, he was so important to the United Nations and politics that you, the politicians, were saying how useful he was. And then he became president and they're like, fuck this guy.
It's like cutting their own nose off to spite their face, and like they don't even like.
Which part did they not believe? That's the weird part. It's like, do you not believe this first thing that you're saying? Do you not believe the second?
Yeah.
Which is the real thought? You know, because politics is what it is. You know, like I'm saying about Vivek, he had to Trump. Not. It makes sense that he would say something bad about Trump. He needed to. You're running against a dude. You should think you're better than him, right? But with this, it's like, well, which is politics? The letter.
I wonder how
or
many
the
of these
nap?
people changed their tune because they were blackmailed to change their tune because they did dirty stuff that they shouldn't have done. Like Epstein's, not Epstein per se, but like, you know, maybe they were having a lot of hookers and Trump knew they were having a lot, or, you know, somebody exposed them like, hey, you got to, you know, jump on the Trump hate train or we're going to let everybody know you're a crackhead or you're this or you're that.
I guess that's where it comes down to.
I don't think it's all. I don't think everyone who turned on Trump has, you know, nefarious stuff in the background, but I'm curious to wonder how many do you think really would be? Because I don't think everyone just instantly changed their opinion on somebody they liked and cared about strictly over like he's a Republican now. I think there's other things that must have fucking.
Because if you really thought that he was about your cause and about the right things and all of that for all this time, then you're stoked that he's there, because I remember he might say he's a Republican, but don't worry, guys, he feels this way and that way and these things, and he supported this, and we've accepted his money because of his ideas and how he, you know, how he bends to our political leanings.
And I don't think Trump's changed his opinions. Like when he was a Democrat, I think he was saying the exact same thing that he says today. It's just the Democrats don't want to hear.
I don't know. He does speak like a Democrat.
Because remember, the Clintons were like, the Clintons were massively against the illegal immigration coming across the border to the point where they put machine guns to a fucking 6-year-old's face and had him deported.
They also were against gay marriage until they needed to be for it. It's politics. It's just these people lie. That's why I don't know. It's no shock that these people do lie. It's funny that we think they won't.
I know. Well, I think that we want to believe that there are good people out there, and the fact is there just aren't. There's more bad people. The higher up you get, the more only bad people want that job. Or good people, once they get into the pig pen, have to become bad or they get kicked out of the pig pen.
I don't know. I think power and money corrupt. And so, you know.
Like that black man. Did you see that black mare? Once she got power, she was giving herself like $700,000, like just drained the system and gave it all to herself. It's like, I'm the mayor. I can do anything I want. What are you talking about?
Yikes. This is what Trump said about Sessions. He says, Jeff Sessions was a nice man, but a very disappointing one. On the bright side, as an Alabama senator, he was the first political figure to endorse me. In retrospect, the endorsement probably came because I drew such large crowds in his state and he was a witness to them. Unfortunately, I am a very loyal person, and after I won, he came to see me desperately wanting to be the Attorney General of the United States. I didn't see it and actually asked him, why would you want that? He said he was in a somewhat similar position in Alabama and would do a great job for the country. I gave him the position. That's Trump. That's some dumb shit Trump does. Well, he asked me, and he was wearing the right thing and say the right thing, and had enough money, and wrote me a letter in 2005. I thought he had him in my pocket. I had fucking no idea who he was.
Do you think Trump learned his lesson, or is he still going to be... No.
Old dogs don't learn. No. None of that. I believe in loyalty, and Sessions was a big disappointment. He was so snake bit during the nomination hearing that the mere mention of the word Russia made him recuse himself virtually on day one, appointing people to handle the Russia scandal that I knew nothing about, and then put the administration through hell. In any event, we got through it. I terminated him only to hear he would be running for Senate in Alabama. I said, no way, and supported another candidate who was running, a great one, named Coach Tommy Tuberville. I was told we couldn't win, and we won by 30 points. It made me feel real good. Has that been a good guy, Tuberville? Tuberville sounds like he's got a scandal waiting to happen.
You're right.
I remember what happened with Tubin.
I think that caught Trump caught up in things when he would hate the left candidate, so he would just support whoever was against the left candidate and didn't care if they had skeletons in the background. I think that bit him a few times.
This is George Steinbrenner, February 21, 2008.
The third,
you're right. Dear Donald, it has been said that one should always do it big or stay in bed. You, my dear friend, have never stayed in bed, and one of my life's greatest pleasures has been watching your varied accomplishments. Congratulations on your 7th successful season of The Celebrity Apprentice. Best regards, George Steinbrenner. Says Steinbrenner was owner of the Yankees from 73 to 2010.
I only know George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld.
Oh, here's another Steinbrenner. Hal, Mr. Hal. Care of Brian. Dear Hal, there's no better way to, this is 2010. There's no better way to spend a summer evening in New York than being at a Yankees game. Bill O'Reilly and I had a fantastic time last night, sitting in what were the best seats in the house. The only sad note is that this was the first time I had been to the stadium since your father passed away, and it was hard to not think of him while there. He was a great friend. Thank you for all of the courtesies extended to me last night and over the years. The Steinbrenner family is special. With best regards, Trump.
I would guess that would be Steinbrenner's dad, maybe?
This is his son, right? So George would have been his dad. He's telling the son, it's 2010. Guy died in probably 2010. He said he owned the Yankees until then. He said, this is the first time I've been back since your dad died. That's cool. 17th of March, 2009. Dear Donald, hi Donald. Hope you're well. As promised, I have enclosed a sample tape with some highlights from Britain's Got Talent. I know Paul from NBC is going to be speaking to you about your involvement on the American show. I really hope it works out, as I would love for you to be on it. I would love you to be on it. Let me know if you are going to be in LA soon. Best wishes, Simon Cowell.
Have you seen Simon lately?
Mm-mm.
His face is so fucked up from surgeries that even his kids are like recoil at his face, or like they feel bad. Like,
no.
And Simon, like, when his kids finally said that, they were kind of scared to like look at you, like you're not our dad. You don't look like our dad. He's like, Simon finally like, yeah, I fucked up.
Nuh-uh.
But if you look at him, like, when was that? 2009 to today, he looks like, oh my god, like you put a skin on a skeleton and try to make it look like Simon Cowell, but you did a shit job at it.
Okay, let's see.
I don't get it. You have so much money. Why destroy your face? Like, you're not going to get younger girls. You got money. It doesn't matter.
You're kidding me.
I know.
That's not real. That is not real.
It is bad. Bring it up.
Is this real?
Bad.
This isn't
real.
He
publicly came out and said he regretted it all. Yeah.
This is real?
That is real. None of his face moves or works. I think he's had like over 100 surgeries.
Yeah. That's a Photoshop.
No. He looks horrible now. Like, he doesn't even do a lot of public appearances anymore because of he's embarrassed.
I wouldn't either. Oh my god, that sucks. Okay.
See, I think if he would have aged without plastic surgery, he just would have looked like a regular British distinguished gentleman.
But he had money, so he was like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that part.
Like plastic surgery turns you
You know
plastic.
what? This is just him getting a clone, and they're trying to get it right. Like, that's a bad clone.
That's a possibility, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I felt bad for his kids.
This AI. I don't believe any of this anymore. Well, it's a no for me, dog.
Stay away from the plastic surgery, kids. Age gracefully.
Never forget America will be exceptional again. That's one of the next pages.
Hell yeah.
This is
you the man.
Donald, you the man. Thanks again.
Guess who? Oh, it was Jay Leno, really? I guess I see the little clown face at the top.
Yeah, see his
with
big
a V.
chin.
Oh, that's a V. Oh, we're getting into the Illuminati. We got 2 V's on 2 letters.
Oh my God, you're right. And he's trying to disguise it as his face. I love that you noticed that.
If we get another V, chat, we're gonna go down this fucking rabbit hole. We just need one more V. At the top, remember, because they're both at the top. Randomly.
Yeah, that's a symbol. That's some kind of symbolism. This says, does it say anything? No. Dear Jay, being on your show is always special, and nobody does it better than you. See you soon, Donald Trump. Always stand up for a great American flag. Why is this in the middle here? What's going on? What's next? Trump hugging the flag. There are pictures here. There's a letter here to Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone asked me to be in his movie Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, which was expected to be a very big. After the success of Wall Street, I shot the scene with Michael Douglas, somebody that I liked a lot, and it was fabulous. Took half a day in downtown Manhattan. I looked forward to seeing the movie come out and, of course, looking at what I had done. But Oliver called me and said he did a big audience test and was going to cut my scene because my role came before a very important scene, and the people at the test went so totally wild with the excitement that it obliterated the parts of the movie that followed. I said, "Isn't it a good thing that people go wild at a movie? How often do you see that?" He replied. It may or may not be, but it hurts when I'm trying to do it. It may or may not be, but it hurts when I'm trying to do it. I wasted a half a day shooting something that wasn't to be used, and then called again to say he reviewed it and he decided to put it in the extended release. Gee, Oliver, thanks a lot.
Oh, thanks, bud. Yeah.
Poor fucking egomaniac.
Did you know the Canadian government removed Trump from Home Alone?
I didn't know that. That's retarded. Why?
Because the Canadian government thinks Trump is a racist.
There was a rumor that he was removed from Home Alone and a couple of things from television, but they were like, no, he's not removed. If anything,
no, in Canada he was. I watched it. So that every year, like when the workers kind of go on like holiday for Christmas, they'll just put like Christmas movies on the CBC, which is the government-owned news company. And they played Home Alone, which I watch every Christmas. It's hilarious. So when part 2 came on, it was close to the election, and I was like, oh, we'll get Trump on it. They literally cut that section out for Trump, and then CBC goes, oh, we did it for time constraint reasons. You cut out 10 seconds for time constraint?
Well, I mean, they definitely do cut stuff out when you put a.
But that's the only 10 seconds they cut out of the whole movie was just Trump's little cameo where he had.
I didn't look that far into it, but you could be right.
And all Trump did was go, the lobby's that way, to Macaulay Culkin. That was it. That was his whole cameo.
The bathroom, right. The bathroom. Where's the bathroom? The lobby. I remember. I've seen the movie a lot. I don't know. So basically, they didn't cut him out?
Yeah, no, in Canada, they literally erased him from the movie to put it on TV.
Oh, okay.
Like if you buy the DVD or download it, he's in it.
Such a dramatic way to say it. They literally cut him from the movie. In what they played on TV, they at least cut 10 seconds out of it that you know of.
That's it. That's all they cut out.
You're sure?
I'm 100. I watched it live. I took pictures of it. I think I tweeted about it on my before I got kicked off of that Twitter.
But I know that they cut that part out. I'm not asking if that's true. Well, what about any other parts?
No, that was it. That's all they cut out. It was just the Trump section.
I like to. I'm gonna timestamp this. 1 hour and 28. I'm gonna look into this. Let's see if you're wrong.
They even it was fact checked to the point, so they had to go into it. It was that bad. So when they're fact checking it, you know it's true.
I don't concede to that at all. Okay. January 28th, 2011. This is from Regis. Dear Trumpster, What a week we had. Last Friday, we flew to LA to receive the Golden Mike Award for being a legend. Monday, we flew to Miami Beach to receive the NAPTY Award for being a legend. Interviews all over the place about my leaving the show. It's driving me crazy. And we flew over to Sarasota Wednesday to do our show, which went very well. We wanted to fly home Thursday, but of course, all flights were canceled because of the snow, so we drove over here to escape the bedlam. Joy has been troubled by some dental work she had the day before we left. It's gotten worse and worse, so we were leaving this afternoon, and she will see her dentist 8:30 tomorrow morning. And both of us will be on the air Monday morning. We will miss you and Alania and the Baron this weekend very much. We love our Trumpster. Regis and Joy. Okay. That's weird.
I think that show died when Regis left it.
Regis was one of the finest people I ever met. He loved his family and he loved his audience. I never saw him, despite being a star and a significant one, I never saw him give anybody the brush off. He treated everyone so well. And probably nobody in history has done more live television. He is missed by all. Who wants to be a millionaire? That's what I know him from. Do you like Regis?
Yeah, he was good back in the day.
How's there?
Look how ugly she is there.
Straight to Oprah. She looks fine. There are way worse pictures of her. I mean, she looks fine. She looks crazy-eyed as fuck.
Demonic.
Yeah, a little bit. I see it now, but what's this? Some emu? There's damn emus on her shirt.
It was always demonic.
Yeah. This says, this letter. What? How do I not have the letter here? How is this out of order? What's going on here? What is this? American tax reform? I fucked up something. Okay, we're just going to go back. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. I'll tell you what it says, I promise. Oh, it's letters to Oprah. That's why I didn't include them. Anytime he wrote to them without them writing to him, I'm like, what's this? I'm not here for propaganda, for Trump propaganda, but here we are. We'll just see what he said about her. Oprah's last week on network television was very big. She had each slot filled with the biggest of stars. It was an honor to have been on. Oprah liked me a lot, and she should actually like me more now after having passed criminal justice reform, funded historic Black colleges and universities, and created more jobs for African Americans than any other president. Unfortunately, the world doesn't work that way. Yeah, eat shit, Oprah. Sincerely, Donald Trump. Okay, the next one is then this American tax reform. Taxpayer Project pledge. I, Donald Trump, pledge to the American taxpayer of the United States that I will oppose and veto any and all efforts to increase taxes, except on China and other countries that have consistently taken advantage of our great country. That was in 2011. That was a good Trump, huh?
People should photocopy that and send it to Trump by the thousands. Remember, motherfucker. He should end NAFTA. He should end all the fucking free trade. Every free trade agreement America has ever signed, he should end, because it just means they traded your jobs away.
It's possibly. We're on page 20 and 25, so we're almost done, Chad. If you're hoping it's over soon. It says, Dear Grover, if I decide to run as a Republican only, I hereby submit my pledge with caveats. Keep up the good fight. So a lot of us want to say, and I've said it before, he wasn't always a Democrat. He only switched Republican because they wanted to be on the ballot. And This is 2011. He put it on wax. It's in ink. I would only run as a Republican. Although, who knows? There's no date on this. He could have signed. He could have made this for the book. Because everything else has this trashy Trump thing at the top. Watch, I'll show you what Trump's crap logo looks like. Not there. Here it is. Looks like this on all of them. It's trash. It's the worst looking.
Yeah, that was his brand.
It must be in gold or some reason.
Yeah, that font and everything would have been his brand, because this Trump Tower had the same T with the same little hooks on the T, I think.
Either way, this is Trump then. Dear Grover, I have read with interest about the Americans for Tax Reform Taxpayer. Is this one on here? Yeah. I could have went one down and shown you the logo. Whatever. I have read with interest about the Americans for Tax Reform Taxpayer Protection Pledge, and I have read the substance of the pledge itself. As you know, I'm seriously considering becoming candidate for president of the United States, and based upon that, I have agreed to sign the pledge, except, as I have stated on the pledge, will not agree not to raise taxes on China and any other countries that have consistently taken advantage of our great country, the United States. President Trump will oppose and veto all efforts to increase taxes. I love that he was like not a fan of, this isn't new rhetoric. This isn't, what do they want to hear? Tell me again what they want to hear. This is
in the 80s, Trump was bashing Japan because all the jobs were leaving America and going to Japan, because China was, people don't realize, in the 80s, China was excised from the world because they were a horrible communist country. So we wouldn't deal with them at all until something magically happened and China became the new slave labor market.
It's like because they knew that they were going to do this global warming thing, and they're like, we really need China to be polluting because they won't.
No, I think it was purely capitalism's own fucking bad crutch, because they were just chasing the labor costs.
I think at some point China went like added capitalism into their model, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, China only uses capitalism to abuse capitalist nations.
Good morning, Jacob, or good afternoon.
Hey, good morning.
We're almost done here. We're on page 20. Oh, this is Letterman 21 or 168 technically. April 19, 2011. Dear David, oh, this is from Mr. Trump. I was disappointed to hear the statements you made about me last night on your show that I was a racist. In actuality, nothing could be further from the truth, and there is nobody who is less of a racist than Donald Trump. Based upon your statements, and despite the fact that we have always done well together, especially in your ratings, I am canceling my May 18th appearance on your show. Additionally, please inform your staff that I will likewise not do the top 10 list they have been trying to set up. With best wishes for the future. Sincerely, Donald Trump. Oh, that's a nice kiss my ass letter.
Right. He should have went on the show and go, "Am I a racist motherfucker?" Right to his face is what he should have done.
Oh yeah, he really should have. They wouldn't have aired it. So this is better
because it was. I think it was live back then.
At the end of the day, this is 2011, which means Trump is well into Celebrity Apprentice, and he knows what ratings are. He's not going to put money in this motherfucker's pocket by going on and creating something people want to talk about, people want to tune into. He nothinged him, which is such a bigger play. And for an egomaniac, which I do believe Trump to be, even though I voted for him and like him, that's neither here nor there. It's amazing that he was able to not put himself on television and
for
do
him,
that.
Yes. Oh, the principle.
Yeah. Because I probably would have. But it wouldn't have been smart because you want, like, that's where he lives. He lives in ratings. So if you want to suck him on ratings, because having Donald Trump on, he knows, he's already saying it in this letter, would have upped your ratings. Having Donald Trump on to fight with him, 81 million votes. Next. Mr. Trump. There's a letter to Shapiro, and then there's a letter to Celine Dion that we skipped because they're just letters from Trump to people he likes, and I skipped them. Mr. Trump, thank you so much for taking the time to visit. We love seeing your place and especially your children. You're increasingly generous. We appreciate all the gifts. We'd love to have dinner sometimes. We'll stay in touch. All the best, Joel Osteen. This guy's
Isn't he the crazy preacher dude that's really creepy?
Indeed. He's the one that when they had the hurricane, he didn't open the church. Like, we've got leaks. What?
Yeah, even his eyes give me the evil vibes.
I wish there was a picture.
I don't care about his preaching. Just looking at the way he's got the beady eye, like I just get that sense of pure evil.
It says Joel Osteen is a prominent preacher and televangelist who founded Joel Osteen Ministries. He doesn't even say anything about him. He just wants to fucking clout chase this guy. This is politics, Trump. I don't like this guy. Oh, this is my favorite. We are page 176 to 177. We are at Bill Clinton. Dear Bill, December 2011. Thank you for sending me your 2011 Clinton ornament along with their new book, Back to Work. I look forward to reading it and adding into it to my library. You are great. Wishing you and your family all the best for a very healthy, happy new year. Let me show you the picture that Donald Trump added. You couldn't guess.
Bill Clinton in a blue dress?
Yes.
Basically. Is that not the blue dress? I wonder if that's a blue dress in that picture, even though it's black and white.
Colorize the image, sir. Now, the blue dress came from the other lady, right? Linda? Or whatever.
Did it?
She had it in her dance. So I just think this is hilarious.
I thought, okay, I'm probably misremembering. I thought Monica was wearing the blue dress, and that's where they got Bill's come from.
And then she gave it to her friend, and her friend is the one who turned it in?
Did her friend fuck Bill too?
No, but there was another lady at the same time. Linda Tripp? Is that it? Linda Tripp? I'm pretty sure
the name sounds familiar.
Let me find. Let's Google. I can't Google it. It's so hard for me to Google. God damn, Simon Cowell is looking whack. I gotta close that.
You'll never see it. Like, it's so bad that even your kids are like repulsed by your image, and that you as a father have to realize that your kids like are scared to look at you. Sad.
So she could be in blue. He should have colorized this. It doesn't look like a dress, actually. She's in a suit, pantsuit. Either way, yeah, that's the picture he chose. Monica looks.
How amazing is it that sucking a dick made her a millionaire?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're more interested in the cigar situation, and she is not a millionaire. Who told you that?
She is a millionaire.
No fucking way! No way! No way! You're just crazy.
Way.
Nope. Let's.
How do we? All the interviews she did on TV, she got paid for. Her books, she got paid for. Yes.
Nope. Look it up. Look up Monica Lewinsky's. Lewinsky. See what I did there? Look up her net worth. I would say no.
You spell her name.
Ellie. No, it's Lewinsky. I said Lewd because I'm an asshole. Lewinsk. I don't know. The internet will know. Lewinsky.
The internet will figure it out.
Yeah, they know what you mean. Clinton. I'm gonna keep going though. You can look that up. Jack Nicholas.
Interruption, chat. Interruption. Monica Lewinsky, an American author, speaker, anti-bullying activist, has an estimated net worth of $1.5 million as of 2024.
I don't believe it.
Suck that dick, girl.
I still don't believe it. Estimated net worth. You know, these people are like, where the fuck did they get this number? They say the estimated net worth of the Duck Dynasty people. They're like, they say I'm worth $1 million. Like, how? Yeah, none of that's real. If the internet says 1.5, you could guarantee the bitch doesn't have $1 million.
I don't know. I picked. It was the first thing that came up in the search, so I read it.
That's how you know it's not right. Remember, you taught me that.
See that trap I set for her? She just walked right into it.
Did I? Okay, this is from Jack Nicholas,
the
golfer. Yeah. Dear Donald, Barbara and I enjoyed seeing you, Melania, and your children during the opening of the Trump Golf Links at Ferry Point earlier this week. The golf course looks fantastic, and the event was very well done. As always, our stay at Trump International Hotel and Towers was terrific, and we appreciate the room and the hospitality. Also, it certainly did not go unnoticed that you made a great effort to attend the event the next day. Thank you. I look forward to the next time our paths cross. Sincerely, Jack. He said about Jack Nicholas is one of the greatest golfers of all time, having won 117 professional tournaments in his career. More importantly, he is a great man with an incredible family and wife, Barbara, who cannot be duplicated anywhere in the world. Jack is tough and smart and really knows how to win. Aww.
I think he passed away recently. I don't know for sure, but I think so.
It doesn't say so here. Rip. Who's next? We only have 2 pages left. Oh, got it. I remember. Why the fuck did he do this? This is an interesting choice. He wrote a letter to Mike Pence congratulating him on the victory. He wrote a letter to Shaquille O'Neal asking him to come to dinner. And then he wrote this letter. Or then he added this letter. Dear Mr. Trump, I would like to congratulate you on your colleagues on successfully holding the Miss Universe contest in Moscow. I hope that all the participants in this remarkable event will go home with the good memories of their visit to the Russian capital. It is a pity that we were not able to have our meeting, but I hope we will be able to talk during one of your upcoming visits to Russia. Yours sincerely, V. Putin.
I didn't know you could read Russian.
Now you know. Isn't that interesting? Here's another letter.
All right, here's a question. Someone from Russia sends Trump a letter in Russian. Do they send a transcription with it, or does Trump have to get it transcribed on his own?
He probably has to figure it out. They probably, I mean, yeah, everyone reads his mail beforehand, I'm sure, just in case about the anthrax or whatever. This letter says, Dear Mr. Trump, please accept my warmest Christmas and New Year's greetings. Serious global and regional challenges which our countries have to face in recent years show the relations between Russia and U.S. remain an important factor in ensuring stability and security of the modern world. I hope that after you assume the position of the President of the United States of America, we will be able, by acting in a constructive and pragmatic manner, to take real steps to restore the framework of bilateral cooperation in different areas, as well as bring our level of collaboration on the international scene to a qualitatively new level. Please accept my sincere wishes to you and your family of sound health, happiness, well-being, success, and all the best. Sincerely, Putain. This is December 15th, 2016. I wouldn't have added this.
I'm surprised the media wasn't putting this there. Like, look, here's the proof. We got him. He's going to collaborate with Putin.
Right?
Meanwhile,
like
Hillary
Clinton's
Clinton's
best
over there
friends.
with
He's writing him letters
Musk,
talking about, I hope you're good. I just wouldn't. This one says, this is from, did I add this? No. There's a letter. Why didn't I add this? David Cameron. There's a letter here that says, Dear Vladimir Putin, June 26, 2013, 3 years before Trump is sending him a letter. It says, Dear Mr. President, I hope you have heard by now the exciting news that we are bringing the Miss Universe pageant to Russia for the first time in 62 years. We will partner with Crocus Group and RS something to stage the event on November 9 at the place. The Miss Universe pageant's watched by over 1 billion people worldwide and is one of the most watched TV shows anywhere. I know that our Moscow pageant will be our biggest and the best Miss Universe ever, and we are already overwhelmed with a very positive and extensive response from both international and Russian media. We turned down many other competing countries in favor of Russia. I want to take this opportunity to personally invite you to be my guest of honor in Moscow on November 9. I know you will have a great time. This is 2013. Yeah, like this is some shit that I would have talked about if I was in the other media.
Right?
Over and over. Look, it's his signature. You want to be homies with him. He did this because he knew he was about to run for president. You think he just woke up in 2015 and thought? Or do you think he needed a little relationship with all Putin?
Putin wasn't stupid. He knew what was going down the pipe.
This is what President Trump said about him in the blurb. It says, obviously, I got to know Vladimir Putin very well, and while really bad things have happened to the world regarding Russia and Ukraine after I left office, I can only say it would have never happened if I were president. I always knew from being with him he had a deep-seated longing for Ukraine, but more for the certain parts than the world, and a deal. What? Let me read that again. I always knew from being with him he had a deep-seated longing for Ukraine, but more for certain parts than the whole, and a deal could have been worked out fairly easily. Okay.
He wanted Crimea.
Yeah. After leaving, there was a large buildup of Russian troops along the border, and I thought to myself that he was doing that for purposes of negotiation. For lots of reasons, too complicated to discuss in this book, we got involved in a war. That was unfortunate. He could have had everything he wanted without a war. Ukraine could be a country right now that would not have been blown to pieces with thousands of people killed. So sad and so unnecessary.
It's true. If Trump never lost, Putin wouldn't have fucked around because Putin would have found out way fucking, you know what I mean?
But how does Trump propose to launder the Biden's money then?
What do you mean?
You know, all of their money. They launder it through Ukraine from go.
Well, Trump doesn't need money to be laundered.
I'm just joking. I said, how could Trump have figured out how to launder Biden's money? That's never was going to be a question. Okay, last one. Prime Minister David Cameron. Dear Donald, 23rd of July, 2013. I wanted to write you personally to thank you for your letter on the 5th of June. It was interesting to note your concerns about wind power, and I know you have been heavily involved in this debate in Scotland. I should start by saying that the UK is committed to a balanced energy mix, which does, I believe, need to include renewables. Nevertheless, I do appreciate that wind in particular can be contentious for some communities. That is why in June we announced new planning guidance to ensure the local communities are consulted earlier and have more say against poorly sited or inadequately justified turbines. We also made it clear that the need for renewable energy does not automatically override environmental protections and the planning concerns of local communities. At the same time, we announced a community benefit package to ensure that when new turbines are agreed, this is done in a way that benefits the local community, such as through cheaper energy. In terms of your specific concerns in Scotland, Scotland has a different planning system and, indeed, a slightly different approach on this issue. However, I am aware that in April, the Scottish government agreed that wind farms need to be sited more sensitively, which is a helpful move. Yours, David. David Cameron, selected as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 2010 to 2016.
Yeah, he was a cunt.
Wait, there is more. How? What's this? Donald Trump from Terrence. I skipped Arnold Palmer. I actually served Arnold Palmer. It's hard to say. Drinks at the restaurant.
If he didn't have an Arnold Palmer, he should have been thrown out.
He didn't, but so I had been serving Arnold Palmer to people. They ordered it all the time, and that's
okay.
half iced
What
tea.
Is an Arnold Palmer? I know it's a drink.
Tea, half lemonade.
Oh,
but
so
in
no
reality, a real Arnold Palmer is a Bud Light because that's what he ordered. I was like, I'm gonna tell everybody if they order a fucking Arnold Palmer, it's Bud Light from here on out. They're gonna be surprised. But he did order Bud Light. And I got his autograph for my grandpa because my grandpa wasn't there. He wasn't there for two of his favorite people, Stevie Nicks and Arnold Palmer. And I was like, oh, so I did get it, and he did have it. Arnold Palmer and Lindsay Davenport are the only two that I actually asked for their autograph. Everyone else I try to be chill. And even on Lindsay Davenport, tennis player.
That name sounds familiar. What's she look like?
She's a bigger, taller white woman. She was really popular back in tennis.
Oh, then definitely no. I definitely don't know her then. She
was really good, but I would not have got her autograph. But the lady that I was working with put me on Front Street, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was just gonna like oogle at her from back here. So that was unfortunate, but also really cool because I did end up with her autograph. Is this really the last letter? Okay, for real, I said it 3 times. This is the last letter. It is Dear Donald from Terrence McAuliffe. I did skip them. That's why this is a little bit different. Terrence McAuliffe was governor of Virginia from 2014 to 2018. This letter was written September 15, 2014. It says, Dear Donald, what a fun evening at the spectacular Trump Winery. Donald, it's always a pleasure to see you. I enjoyed the tour, the tasting, the company, and lively conversation. Thank you for investing in the Commonwealth and continuing Virginia's rich legacy of winemaking. I look forward to seeing you soon. Sincerely, Terrence McAuliffe. You are the best. And he doesn't have a blurb about him. It's just him and Mr. McAuliffe's pledging allegiance to the flag with their hand over their heart. It's a pretty dope picture.
Trump put the letter in there just because it says you are the best at the bottom.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
He's like, yep, this is going in.
Terry knew. Terry always knew. Another golfer. Oh, I guess that makes sense since he owns golf courses. So next week we will do page 200. I think we'll get to the end. There are 315 pages. Some of them are nothings. Like I'm looking at this picture here. It's nothing. Here's a picture of him by escalator pictures. So there are more pictures than there are. I'll take photos of all of these so we have them like I tried to do this week so you could see anything cool that was in here. So next week we'll just finish out the book to 315. You know what I thought?
How come people gave up mustaches like that?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's a good question. And it's just fashion, I suppose. It became the non-fashion and they went for goatees.
I'm bringing it back. I did the hair thing. I'm going to bring back the mustache.
Very cop-esque. But what I was thinking was, what if from here until the end of the year, we change Tuesday into Trump Tuesday and we just follow, it'd be more like election shit. Anything that's happening.
Yep.
Kind of like today was. And then move the book reading I'll pick another book. To possibly Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Possibly Thursday or add in Friday morning show.
Works for me.
What does chat think about a Friday morning show?
Oh, chat's all down on Friday.
That way I still have Wednesday. I do a Friday, a third. The problem is that we stop talking on Tuesday like this. We'll stop talking after this. And then Monday we'll talk again. A lot of shit happens between now and then.
It's true.
And so maybe possibly a Friday morning show can get like the rest of the week out of the way. And then there's still a breakup in my week. I'm trying to make it practical for real life, but also
that's the problem. Not for me.
Yeah. So we'll go through the rest of this book. I don't know some of these people next week. This Thursday, I'm going to do a show on Thursday evening. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. It'll be fun though. Whatever it is, I promise it'll be fun. I'm going to
invite you over to your house. You don't say, "What are we doing?" first. You just show up.
I do. I'm not fucking showing up if you're just here. No, but I don't want, I like people showing up and like not wasting their time with me. But I honestly, if I don't have a topic, I won't have anything to say. I'd be like, all right, bye. And I'll just end it. I'm not great at talking about nothing.
You need some idiot throwing fucking random questions at you all the time.
Yeah, what is this links you're putting in chat, speaking of?
That was just me fortifying my correctness.
Oh, what about the other ones higher up? The New York Times, CBC, Home Alone, Trump. Oh, those are, it's all correctness.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is New York Times. I don't believe you or the New York Times know exactly how many minutes or seconds were in Home Alone.
That's why I picked the New York Times, because they're so leftist that even they were like, well, they did kind of fuck him over.
It's so leftist? What do you mean?
The New York Times, they fucking hate Trump. They'll do anything.
I agree with that, but you think that they're... Oh, let me just click it. I'm just going to click it.
It was so blatantly obvious and so offensive that even they were like, yeah, we kind of got to cover it a little bit.
Oh, you son of a gun. It says the Canadian broadcast said it removed the cameo for the sake of time. President Trump, his son, and some supporters suggest the omission was politically something, but I can't read it because I don't got $1.
Yeah, they said it was, they removed it to make room for commercials. But CBC is a Canadian, doesn't need commercials. It's funded by the government.
It's not about, but they still have commercial breaks.
They still have commercials, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's not about
the government.
Irrelevant. Yeah, Anna.
No,
they have to cut it to fit into blocks, not because they need the money. Yes, they do. If they show commercials, you're being intellectually dishonest.
Get off Trudeau's dick.
You voted for him.
Yeah, but you're defending
him. Stop sucking it, and I'll stop taking pictures of it. No, I'm not. I just can't. I don't blindly support shit. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. If it happened for a different reason, I don't mold it into my reason. I find that to be dishonest. I'm okay with things not being how they look. I'm okay with them cutting 10 seconds out for time.
They didn't take 10 seconds out of any. They didn't take it out of the beginning. They didn't take it out of the credits. They didn't. It was only Trump that was.
That's true. I do agree that it was political. I do believe it's political either way. I don't believe that it was only 10 seconds. And I do know that they have to fit things into blocks regardless of your guy. And if they hate Trump, yeah, we're going to start with the chopping around orange man bad.
Trump tweeted that. Fuck them.
I don't believe that it was only 10 seconds. I think that's where I'm at.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to make you watch it.
I would love to watch Home Alone again.
I watch it every Christmas. I like have it just saved on an external hard drive. It's nostalgia.
It's definitely a must-watch seasonal movie for sure. 1, 2, 3. But even the new one. Did you see the newest Home Alone?
Absolutely not. After 2, there's no such thing as Home Alone. If there's no Macaulay, there's no Home Alone.
He wasn't in 3?
No.
That was that new kid that looked like the...
Right.
He looked like the Child's Play kid. Okay. But the new one has like the old house and the old kid and kind of like the old feel to it. Did you know that? Like,
no, I wouldn't even watch the trailers for the new ones if Macaulay wasn't in it.
So that's a weird thing to say. Okay, he's older now, so now his brother. Right?
It's like Blade. If they make the movie Blade again, if it's not Wesley Snipes.
20 years later, though, so some shit has to change because he's not a child anymore, right? So that's what this new movie...
you end the franchise and you start a new one. You don't fucking piggyback off the other one because you're a goddamn lazy writer.
Okay, but you didn't see even a trailer for it, so you're not sure how lazy the writing was.
I don't know how they haven't done Home Alone with a black kid yet, because that would be a good show.
They're always Home Alone. That's not a show.
I'm not racist.
No, listen. On the new Home Alone, the brother, you remember the
Buzz?
Buzz, yeah, Buzz. He is grown up now. They're all grown up, but he's
Yeah.
grown up, and he's a police or like a I think he's a police officer in the town. And so the house gets broken into, and they call him, and they're like, "Oh, it's Christmas Eve. The house again." But he's like, "Nope, this is a prank. This happens to me every year. This happened to me when I was a kid. They're just messing around."
Yeah.
And so it's a story like that. It's not like the best story, but it's definitely interesting play on the story without replacing a main character, which I do agree is ridiculous.
I couldn't watch it. It's just I can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the female Ghostbusters. Couldn't watch it. Wouldn't watch it. Refused to watch it.
Yeah, but I have a feeling somebody told you not to watch it or that it was bad. Did you watch Barbie?
No.
Oh my God, why not?
I would never watch any Barbie movie.
Okay,
ever.
that's true. Because it was Barbie.
Right.
Well, there's Ken in it. It's Ken and Barbie. It's not all for the chicks.
Ken's gay. He doesn't even have penis.
Yeah, that is weird. They didn't give him a penis. If the Kendom was real, they would immediately request a penis on their dude.
Right.
But it's not real. They're not enough. He's not enough. Not for Barbie. The lady I am making the jacket for just bought a female puppy and named her Kevin because their last name is McAllister, just so she can say Kevin.
Perfect. Nice. Nice.
That's
I like it. I like it. See, that's thinking.
That is thinking. That's weird. Poor dog.
At least he's got
a girl named Kevin. It's a girl named Kevin. How normal is that?
Oh, it's a bitch.
It's only a bitch after it has puppies. So you mind your manners.
I thought all female dogs are bitches.
No. Bitch is a mother dog. Yeah, I found out because I was calling my dog a bitch and I got corrected. I'm like, wow.
Ooh. It's like the difference between heifers and cows and
cows, right? I thought cow and a bull, but everything is a cow. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're both cows, and the girl is a heifer, and the boy is a bull.
A heifer's
a girl.
hasn't given birth yet, or has given. It's one or the other. I can't remember off the top of my head, but heifer it actually means something specific. Like it either has never had a cow or calf, or it's had a lot of, or it has like there's a ranking there somewhere.
Let me look. Heifer meaning. Oh, I typed in Jennifer. Hold on. I didn't want to.
Same thing.
How'd they know? Heifer, a young female cow that has not bore a calf.
Boom.
Boom. Upon giving birth, heifers become cows.
Thank you.
You didn't say that.
I was thinking it though.
Yeah, but you didn't correct me when I said they're both cows. No, one's a heifer. So
no, a bull is a bull.
How do I ask?
Steer. A steer.
Oh, a steer is a boy.
Steers and queers.
Look up. That's all that Texas is made out of. Bull is a person. No, that's the stock market.
He's a black male who grooms children. Takes them to, oh! I learned this morning Disneyland is now a swingers paradise event.
Knock it off! What?
I tweeted it out. There's a couple saying that that's the new swinger spot is Disneyland. I said, perfect. Drex can babysit your daughter, Nick, and you guys can do your thing.
I thought a bitch had given birth. This internet says bitch, a female dog, wolf, fox, or otter. And I say nothing about giving birth.
Thank you.
Think first.
Catching L's today.
Think first. Heifers aren't cows yet. No. Bitch, slang, pejorative. I've already looked this up. This is a damn Mandela effect. The term history, no, maybe history. Literally, a bitch is a female dog as an insult compared to a woman in heat. According to the dictionary, the term bitch is a female dog from the year 1000. Biksha.
Before that, they were just
known as female dog. So what is so everyone, all of them, I'm right. Technically, I was right because I was calling her a bitch, and I had to get not today.
Oh, back then, yeah. Yeah. Remember, your gut's always right.
Nah, I'd be wrong a lot. Okay. I'm done with this. I'm getting stuck on the Wikipedia for bitch meaning. We're closing this. I really wish I would have found those letters for the Bush funeral. I kind of wanted you to see that.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I'll have to look at that rabbit hole.
Funeral letters.
Alex Jones probably has copies of them.
A female dog has always been a bitch. That's what I thought, but somebody told me she's only a bitch once she has babies, and I was like, oh, so she's not a bitch
That bitch that
yet.
told you that was wrong.
I wish I could remember the bitch who told me that. Letters, Bush, funerals. Maybe I shouldn't have put funerals plural. Envelope. That's what I wrote. All right. Envelope. Bush. Funeral.
Don't forget to give chat their little treat of
Let me open Discord
albino.
really quick. Okay, that's a big deal. Let me show you guys this picture. Don't leave. Even if I robot out, just stay here for a second. It'll be worth it. I got to show you a picture of Nova. It's opening. I'm looking for the letters. Lip reading reveal what they said. Key moments. Man discovered hidden message. No. Trump leaves early. Bush. No. I can't believe I can't find this. I would have thought it'd be everywhere.
Oh, that got scrubbed.
Apparently. Maybe I should type in Rumble in my search. I don't think Rumble is related to being in the search history at all. Oh, that's because, well, if I use, what am I using? Bing? Is that also owned by Google?
No, Microsoft.
Well, then they should have every search instead of just YouTube.
Chat, will you bully her into using a Brave browser?
Good luck. Okay. Let me open this. Let me find this picture real quick. Let me show you this picture and then we're going to take off and we're going to do lunch. Here we go. Save image. Now it's mine, Nova. Now it's on my desktop. I will use this as my profile picture.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Share this tab instead. White man can jump.
Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah. So you cut each of these off and gave each little piece away for the children?
Yeah, I have them in a bag right there. Yeah. I wrapped them in paper towel individually and then wrapped them all together like a little present.
Wigs for kids. Some kid is going to be wearing these. You should
I'm
have done blackface.
I'm going to request it. Like, can you send me a picture of the kid with it? They're just like their face, like not named.
Imagine they track it like that. They'll just send you any short-haired brunette wig. So this is basically the length of the wig, right? You think? Oh no, because it's braided.
Well, 12 inches. It's at least 12 inches.
Yeah. Oh no.
I assume there'd be like a half inch because I think they take like a swim type cap and they sew it into there, so it probably takes up a half inch of hair. And then I imagine the kids would probably just put the wig on and they would get a hairdresser to cut it to the whatever style they preferred. So I don't think the kid's gonna have 12-inch long hair. They'll probably cut it into something. I don't know. I really don't.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm still listening. Okay. Then I went. Then I went to Vivek's back to Twitter just to see if he had said anything else today, and whatever this is. But look what he retweeted. But then this repost from General Flynn. Of all the people he could have reposted, he chooses General Flynn. Very interesting choice.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I'm a conspiracy theorist, though. So, oh man, doesn't that look good? Have you ever had In-N-Out?
No, actually, if I ever won the lottery, I'd like to go just do like a tour of America and do all like the restaurants that we don't have, like Waffle House, In-N-Out, Sonic's, Chick-fil-A, all those.
This is him suspending his campaign. That's a really good idea. That's a great idea.
And
if I also won the lottery, I would do the same thing.
I think it'd be a neat little like travel show, like, and give my opinions on it.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of our show today. Where we'll do the rest of our book next week.
Have you seen the last McDonald's Happy Meal ever sold in Iceland? Type it in. It's still they put it under glass as like because they realize that McDonald's is so horrible for people. They banned it. And they took the last Happy Meal ever made and put it in glass in a museum, and it still to this day has not rotted.
I have seen this. I didn't
Look
know
at the
that's what
paper.
this was.
The paper is rotting away from the chip thing, but not the fries or the meat. Like, that's not food.
For the record, you know your fries are old when they dent in the middle like this. So you open your bag and you see these dents, you hand that shit back and say,
You hand
try
that
the
shit
fuck
back.
again. I'm sorry service is slow today, but you're not pawning this shit off on me. You eat it. And yeah, give it back.
Like, your car will rust away before that McDonald's will rot away. And we're
Did you
eating it.
see there's like isn't there a volcano burning houses up in Iceland right now?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
look.
every other Tuesday.
Is it? I thought it was new.
Iceland's actually drilling into the volcano lava for tests or some shit. I don't know.
Let's watch. Yeah, look at that. What the fuck? That's a problem. I must have the sound off, but that's fine by me. Yikes.
Why don't they just pour water on it?
Yeah, exactly. Seawater. This isn't hotter than the wait. Is this hotter than a nuke reactor or what's that nuke?
No,
The
it's not
fission?
terrible. No, it's not terrible. It's just molten rock, right? Like, we can make molten rock and hold it in a container today.
Okay.
Like, it is hot as fuck. It'll melt all kinds of shit. But
I've been to Tim Hortons. I want to burn Canada.
yeah,
Tim Hortons is food or coffee?
It's owned by America now. It's a coffee shop. It started as. But they made their coffee when they first came out. Their coffee was like, I think, 1 milligram below the legal limit of caffeine.
Huh. Can't believe you wanted
That's
me
why
to
they
show
got
that
popular.
picture. You crazy. I would have never did that. Well, I gotta pee again, so
Thanks, dear.
it's like you have your co-host is a tiny child or a very old person has to pee a
It's
lot.
just too much caffeine. That's your problem.
Might be. Totally might be. I shouldn't have broke the seal is the problem. Before the show, I was like, I gotta pee now, so I won't have to pee, but I broke the seal. It's
Too
like
much whiskey.
alcohol. Exactly. I did put what do you call it? Frosting in my coffee because it's buttercream frosting, and I was like, well, it's sweet and frosting and butter.
Did you try the pinch of salt yet?
I bet, yeah, I did that. I don't know
notice
if it
I
makes a
tried it.
difference.
I didn't notice the difference myself,
Yeah.
but people swear by it.
Yeah, plus
Some people put salt in beer too. Like when I was in Scotland, people were taking pinches of salt and putting it in their beer. Why?
I mean, I could see that. I think beer is gross for the most part.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I drank, I would probably, and it was beer and I had to, it'd probably be something like Coors Light or Bud Light or something.
Have you ever had Guinness? Have you ever drank a Guinness?
Gross. Yeah, I'm not big on dark at all.
Oh yeah, so much. It's an acquired. I never understood the phrase acquired taste until I got into Guinness and playing rugby, and then it was free, so I drank it, and then then it became my beer choice. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
But
I heard pastrami was an acquired taste, and I never acquired that taste. It's still very gross.
Yeah, no.
Rye bread, another thing that's just gross. I wouldn't acquire it. I mean, if I were starving, sure.
That changes your. I know that for a fact is that being hungry will change your palate to things that you thought were gross when you're starving becomes so tasty.
Well, I eat SpaghettiOs, and so maybe I'm on the brink of starvation.
Oh, here's my question before we go that I got stoned and thought of the other night.
Okay.
What did they call electric eels before electricity was invented?
Magic.
I was high. I'm like,
pure
that's
magic.
a fucked up question. That is fucked up.
They
what
probably
did they
maybe they
because they didn't know what
about
electricity was. Was it just like the tingly shark? The tingly, like, what did they call it?
The light up shark. Did he light up or did he zap? They could have just called it the zap fish.
What was it? There was no such thing as electricity, so zaps from electricity.
And he's the maybe that's not his real name. Maybe his proper name is just something.
Because they do crazy voltage. They can do like 700 volts of electricity. They can kill cows, alligators, like
electric eel. Let's see if this is. How is it even in the water? Doesn't once it gives it the electricity, shouldn't the water conduct it to kill everything?
I think no. I think you only get electrocuted if you're grounded to something. I think. I'm not a big electrical guy, but
I thought
like if you're in a boat in the water and the electricity hits a lake, I don't think you get electrocuted. Because then
Okay,
fish
the
would be fucking
electric
dead
eel
everywhere,
is
right?
called the Electrophorus.
Where did they get electro from?
They are known for their ability to stun their prey by generating electricity, delivering up to 860 volts. Their electrical capabilities were first studied in 1775, contributing to the invention in 1800 of the electric battery.
Like, if you ever get zapped off a 12-volt car battery and feel how bad that fucking puts the juice through it'll throw your fucking arm, it'll burn your skin. That's 12. This motherfucker's doing 800.
Says despite their name, electric eels are not closely related to the true eels, but are members of the electroreceptive knife fish order. What? This order is more closely related to catfish. In 2019, electric eels were split into 3 species. For more than 2 centuries before that, the genus was believed to be monotypic, containing only one electric eel. They are nocturnal. Obligate air-breathing animals? Does that mean that they breathe air through their gills?
I don't think they have gills.
How the fuck do they breathe air in the water?
They come up and go like beavers
No
do.
way. They
And
hold their breath?
and whales. Whales don't have gills. Dolphins don't have gills. Seals don't have gills. They can just hold their breath for like half an hour.
So they are not. They're just holding their. Whales are holding their breath.
Yeah.
And fish are not. Fish are breathing.
Fish have gills. Yeah. Sharks have gills. That's why whales are mammals and not fish.
They're holding their breath. You could drown a whale.
You can drown a whale. That's how the Inuit. So all these little Inuit guys will go out in these little birch bark canoes that were like 6 feet long and just wait for the whale to come up for a breath of air, stab a harpoon in him tied to a fucking floaty bobby, and just wait until he had to come up for another breath of air, stab him with another floaty bobby, and eventually he would run out of fucking chances to get air.
Damn. I never knew. I guess I probably knew that, but I never really understood it. That's weird.
See, there's your little education
They're just
lessons
holding
for the day,
their breath.
Take that.
I think I learned too much. I don't know if I'm going to remember any of it.
Forget that quick. Get high. Get high, forget. I'll teach you a new trick again next week.
All right, guys. Whales? Yeah, don't tell me anything about whales. Not today. Not today. We'll see you guys on Thursday night. Please think about joining me. I'll be here at 9 p.m. So
Cali
6 p.m. 6 p.m. Cali, 9 p.m. Eastern, and 2 a.m. in the UK. I think 9, 10, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2 a.m. I did it.
Booyah.
So thanks for hanging out. One more part to Trump's letters, and then we'll pick a new book. See you guys
Peace.
Thursday. Peace out.